Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack.
Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight, and we are Knick-Knack Live. That's right, we are Knick-Knack Live tonight. We are live streaming here from the Plastic Planet and my two eschewed awesome satellites. The AV Club is joining us tonight, as well as Uncle Pat. Harry Jabba, aka Trav, is out in action tonight. He had to take his daughter to dance class, so he may or may not be joining us. And it's just the pitfalls of fatherhood for Trav tonight. But we got a great show for you guys tonight. We got a lot to talk about. It's gonna be really, really awesome. Just a little bit of channel business before I jump into all that. I know previously, like when we last met about 3 weeks ago, I was trying to launch Knick-Knack Live, which is another channel I do have here on YouTube that was especially for my live streams, just because I'm having some issues with subscriber growth with the live streams sort of stunting my placement in the analytics on YouTube. Well, we tried a little experiment last week by simulcasting on both this channel and that channel, and I had all kinds of bandwidth issues. It was a mess. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to do from now on is, and I appreciate everyone who subscribed to Knick-Knack Live, by the way. It's not going away. But what we're going to do from now on is we will always broadcast live on Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet right here where you guys are at right now. The live stream will live here on Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet for about 48 hours. So you guys, if you missed some or you missed it all or you just want to catch up, whatever, you guys can watch it here on the Plastic Planet. And then after that, it will be archived on Knick-Knack Live. So every live stream we've ever done is over there right now. And this one will eventually live over there as well, probably by Saturday or Sunday. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. Really appreciate you guys subbing to the other channel. Sorry for the dueling channels and all that. I know some people don't like to have their YouTube subscriptions all duplicated and, redundancy and all that. But I do appreciate it. And we're here. We're live, guys, tonight. And we got a great show for you guys. Like I said, got a lot of collectibles to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Mandalorian, too, tonight. The Mandalorian trailer dropped this week. And I'll just leave my thoughts for when we get there. But first, let me introduce my esteemed panel, my awesome collecting compadres, my partners in crime. I got the AV Club with me tonight. AV, how you doing, bro? Welcome back, man.
I'm doing great, man. How's everybody doing tonight? Just having a good time. Ready to look at some collectibles and definitely ready to talk about the Mandalorian trailer. Very excited to talk about that. And I'm drinking. I went by the liquor store tonight and I bought this beer called Wreak Havoc Imperial Red Ale. Look at this thing, man. It's got there's a rhinoceros at the front of it.
Oh, that is bitching.
And it's just on a rampage. And there's a lion. There's a lion trying to take on its tail, but it doesn't matter, man. It's just going forward. It's just gonna go crashing into whatever, man. So I'm such a sucker for just beer art and wine art, So it's just like I saw that and I'm like, hell yes, I'm gonna buy that. So and it's good. It's good.
Is it good? It tastes good. What does it taste like? Is it kind of
it tastes like a standard ale, but
okay.
It's it's got that little extra oomph to it because of the art, So and the name Wreak Havoc. So I'm happy.
Nice. Let's go to you, Uncle Pat. How you been, brother? Welcome back. It's been a while since you've been on, man. Welcome back, sir. Your mic. Yeah, we got a little mic issue there.
Is that better?
Yeah, we got you now. We got you now.
Step mute. Sorry, new headset.
That's okay, man. You look good, dude.
Yeah,
you look
thanks.
good. You look like a mix between Rob Halford and Mike Holmgren of the Green Bay Packers.
I don't know that I can. That's not really a compliment, is it?
No, it is, man. He was a good coach, man. Our good buddy Packer Brewer Paul's in the house. I'm sure he loved Mike Holmgren.
And we kicked his ass in Super Bowl 32.
All right. Trying to be nice here, guys. How you doing, Uncle Pat?
I'm surviving here, back. Had to get a new headset because, I gave my other one to my son so he could do online schooling and then proceeded to break it. So I had to get a new one. Yeah, so I got him a new one, but then I got myself a better one. So
nice, man.
Just how we do.
So how's life, man? Being good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it
No?
hasn't been. But that's okay. We're gonna talk some toys here and see if you can't. I'm gonna drink some whiskey and we're gonna have some fun
Okay.
tonight, right?
Yes, we are gonna have some fun nights. You are drinking whiskey tonight. Is that what you're drinking?
A little Templeton rye. So
Oh, very nice. Very
Yes.
nice.
I'm not messing around tonight. No beer. Well, I got beer, but
Yeah.
no shot. We're gonna just drink some alcohol and then
Straight up. Yeah, I'm getting blasted tonight too, guys. I just
Knick-Knacks plastered.
yeah, it's just, dude, I just brought down the whole thing tonight. It's
Yeah, all right.
It's 12. There's 12 fluid ounce cans of Miller Lite in here.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get schnockered. So that's what I'm drinking. However, I always like to show off the mug I'm drinking it in because I just drink boring ass light beer. But I am drinking in this awesome Pirates of the Caribbean beer or drink glass tonight, and that is my favorite ride at Disneyland, Pirates of the Caribbean. So yeah, so cheers, guys, cheers. So yeah,
Cheers.
that's right. Well, guys, we got a lot to get to, so we won't mess around. But first, let's get to the chat. Of course, I just want to welcome everybody in and just give some shout outs here. Let's see here. Toy Mafia is in the house. What's up, Toy Mafia? As well as Following Freddy and Down Under Danny, aka Ed 5, is with us tonight. As well as Danny Lee is here. I love Danny Lee. And I think I said Following Freddy's here, and Packer Brewer Paul is here. What's up, Paul? We love you, man. And let's see here. Who else? Well, I think think that's it, man. I think that's it. And,
So far.
yeah, and Packer Brewer Paul, you're free to give the AV Club some shit. Paul says SB 32 sucked, and I bet it did.
Or it was the greatest moment of my life. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what though? As Bronco fans, how many moments have we had like that? I mean, good Lord. I mean, I the 80s, I had to go to therapy because of that giant Super Bowl in 1987. Not really, but almost. Yeah.
No, yeah, I was like 10 or 11 when we lost to the Washington team, and we were favored by 7, and I was in tears. I was devastated.
Oh yeah, and then 1989 when we got blown out by the 49ers, man. Yeah. I was in 8th grade, dude. I just went and did my Spanish homework at halftime. Because Joe Montana was just throwing bombs on us every 2 seconds.
So we earned that Super Bowl.
Anyway, all right, so we don't talk football on the Plastic Planet, and people don't want to hear that. So anyway, let's just get away from that. But yeah, we do sympathize with that one. But anyway, guys, let me just get to my thing. Oh, we got a couple of birthdays to celebrate. First off, happy birthday to this month to both Down Under Danny and Following Freddy are celebrating birthdays here in September. So big Plastic Planet
happy
birthday to them. Yes, indeed. As well as today, guys. Today is also a very special birthday as well. If I can pull it up, and hopefully I can. You guys seeing this?
Yep.
Yes, guys. Yes. Today, and this is courtesy of actually the Red Cup Reviews Facebook page posted this, so I got to give credit where credit's due. I didn't know this myself. But today is Cassandra Peterson, a.k.a. Elvira's birthday today. Oh, man. Elvira is 64 years old, I believe, today. So let's raise our glasses to Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Do you guys have any special Elvira memories? Mistress of the Night, sure. Do you guys have any special Elvira memories that are appropriate for the live stream tonight?
There's 2 of them, and I can see them right there.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I can top that. That's well done. So.
That was so good. You know what? For years, when I was a kid, I always thought that Oak Ridge Boys song, Elvira, I thought that was about her. For years, I thought that was about her.
Right.
My heart's on fire,
I wouldn't write that song about it.
Well, did you guys ever watch Elvira when she was on TV? When she did her shtick with the movies?
I did. I watched her when she was on USA Up All Night.
Up all night.
Yeah, back in the day.
And you were up all night too.
Yeah, well, when USA, the cable company, they showed the Toxic Avenger and shit all night long, on Friday and Saturday nights. She would host, so would Gilbert Gottfried back in the day.
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
I hated Gilbert Gottfried, but
well, that's his he makes money for being annoying. So
yeah, that's true.
Well,
that's true.
If you want to pay for that, I suppose.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, man. So anyway, yeah. So that's Elvira's birthday day. Also, we have an anniversary to celebrate today. And this is a big one, guys. This is a big one. Well, not really a big one, but it's still
It is
notable.
a big one. It is a big
Well, I
one.
mean, it's not like a big anniversary. It's not like a 40th or 30th or 50th, but it's the 36th anniversary today. If my Facebook is accurate, the 36th anniversary, which is highly susceptible, but it is the 36th anniversary today of the first airing of the pilot episode of Transformers. Back there, I actually have it on right now. That is More Than Meets the Eye, the first pilot episode of the Transformers when we are first introduced to those awesome Cybertronians and their epic struggle against the forces of evil and the evil Megatron and the Decepticons, the Autobots and Decepticons. So, yeah, I actually, I got into the Transformers a little later than 84. I didn't get into it until about 86. But so I don't really have any memories of that specifically, but I do remember obviously watching that series on repeat, and
Right.
that pilot episode on repeat. And yeah, you guys have anything you want to add about it?
I just remember, when going to Shepherdson Elementary School, when the school bell would ring out and I'd walk home. I mean, coming home while getting a snack and watching a block of G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I was really introduced to a cliffhanger, a 2-part cliffhanger, was the Transformers when they introduced the aerial bots, and it just it was the longest. They did part 1 on a Friday, and I remember that weekend I was just like, oh my god, I want this weekend to be over, so I want it to be Monday so I can see what happens with the aerial bots.
So good.
I was so excited.
It's so good, man. I remember. We had a VCR. We were around the mid 80s. We got our first VCR, and I had to do football practice and soccer practice in the afternoon because Transformers came on about 4:30, and for some reason we didn't know how to tape multiple shows on the VCR. Maybe our VCR wasn't capable of doing that yet or something. But my sister at the time was hooked on Days of Our Lives. She was a little so my sister wanted to tape Days of Our Lives every day, to keep up with the comings and goings of Patch and Kayla, and I totally blocked her on this because I was like, but I want to see the Transformers. I want to watch the Transformers because it's on when I'm at soccer practice. And so my mom was like, well, we'll make a compromise and we'll tape the Transformers one day and the next day we'll tape Days of Our Lives. Well, if you watch a daily soap opera, you can't miss a bunch. So I totally screwed over my sister. I was like, ha ha ha. And, I remember my sister telling me that the Transformers were nothing and no one would remember the Transformers in 30 years. And it was just stupid. Well, here we are, guys.
Yeah, here we are.
Take that, right. Cindy. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Transformers. How about you, Uncle Pat? Any Transformer memories?
I mean, not anything different than what you guys have had, right? I mean, I do remember watching them from the beginning, though. That was kind of that. I can't remember the exact order, right? But there was those 4 cartoons that I just loved. Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, and Thundercats, and just put those, the back-to-back Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff. You get home from school, and that was on, so it just, and that was the start of, well, I guess it wasn't the start because Star Wars is the start of that, but getting the action figure, saw that first Transformers episode. Mom, I need to get Optimus Prime. Because of course, if I'm remembering correctly, I want to say they also aired the toy commercials during the breaks, and you're just like,
oh, you're being bombarded.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. So
I don't remember if it could or not. I don't remember if the FCC law was in effect where they couldn't air the same toy commercial during the same cartoon. But of course, that was the Reagan era, so I mean, regulations were probably at the wayside at that point.
Well, I think at first, though, I want to say, if memory serves, and that's
maybe that was a catalyst of that. But
I think it was because I want to say, even with He-Man, I remember watching He-Man, and then there'd be a freaking He-Man commercial.
Yeah, maybe
He-Man, and
right? Maybe that was a catalyst of it. I don't know.
It might have been. I don't know. I could be senile.
Just go to the chat real fast, guys. Just go back to the chat real fast. That's a lot of people talking in the chat. Following Freddie met Elvira at Disneyland one day, so that's freaking cool. Ginty's in the house. He said Elvira's from Colorado. Oh, hey man, that's awesome.
All right.
I think Ginty's single, man. We got to find a way to make that happen. Let's see here. Paul says Paul says boing. I think he's talking about Elvira. I don't think he's talking about Transformers on that one. Ed 5 says, AK Down Under Dance says my birthday is the same day as Bruce Springsteen. That's pretty cool. Dark, I'm gonna butcher this handle. Dark Onin. I don't. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome, man. Good to have you here. And he's he what did he say up here? He said initially I don't. But anyway, he says I'm sitting here rolling Earthrise Optimus Prime across my desk, fully upgraded and looking good. That is a good figure. The Earthrise Optimus Prime. Yeah, that is a great looking figure. So anyway, welcome, man. It's good to have you here. G1 vibes all day. Yeah, totally, man. Totally. Love Transformers. And then he also says, Dark On, and also says, how many of us here watching a few of the same episodes on tape over and over again, because that's all we had if we weren't watching the daily episodes. That's true. I watched maybe Heavy Metal War like 1,000 times. You know, Heavy Metal War, that was the episode that brought in the Constructicons for the first time. Remember they tried it because Optimus Prime and Megatron have this honor duel, and that's when Megatron cheats and gets all the powers of all the different Decepticons.
What?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's not like him.
Yeah, he totally cheats. Of course, first Optimus Prime's such a gullible dope. He's like, well, we must leave Earth now because that's the honor code. Anyway, during the fight, the Constructicons are digging their way into Autobot headquarters, into the Ark, and they don't count on the Dinobots hanging out in the Dinobot closet. And all hell breaks loose. It's awesome. Great episode. Yeah. Danny Lee says, I remember my first Transformer was Jazz. That's awesome. My first Transformer was Bombshell and Wind Charger. How about you, Uncle Pat? What was your first Transformers?
I want to say it was Prowl and Bone Crusher.
Oh, those are good ones. How about you, AV?
And I think my first one was Trailblazer, that black truck with
I wanted him.
Yeah. I think that was the first one I had was Trailblazer.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Dark on it says Sideswipe was my first regular size. Yeah. Paul McGrath in the house. What's up, Paul? I love when Paul joins us. Paul's the funniest dude. He says I stood next to Springsteen at the urinals in the Stone Pony. That's awesome. Paul's awesome. That is awesome.
You should get that tattooed on your back, man.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it, guys. Oh shoot. What did I do?
I don't know.
There we go. Okay, sorry. I hit F12 when I put down my beer, and
it's already started.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good now. Yeah, I hit F12 when I put down my beer, and it totally blanked out all my crosstabs, and that was bad. So anyway, so let's get started, guys. We got a bunch of pickups to get to tonight, and let's start out with some subscriber pickups because we missed that last time. So let's do some make goods on some subscriber pickups just to show off to you guys. And first off, if I can get it right, let's do the share screen.
Paul McGrath says that tattoo's on his ass.
Yeah.
All right, I got it open. Let me see. Share screen. All right, share screen. There it is. Share. Are you guys seeing it?
Oh, man.
All right. So first off, we got Down Under Danny. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you ever want to show off your stuff here on Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet with Knick-Knack Live, go ahead and email me those collection pics, collection pictures, collection pics.
That's great.
Yeah, email it to knickknacksplastickplanet@gmail.com. So once again, you guys can go ahead and do that if you guys ever want your shit shown off here on the Plastic Planet, but please keep it to collectibles only or pets.
No dick pics.
Yeah, no dick pics. Or, anything that's of interest. Sometimes I do like to see pictures of where people are from and stuff too. That's kind of cool. But yeah, keep it appropriate, of course. So anyway, Down There Danny has this awesome Nosferatu figure.
That's awesome.
I remember watching Nosferatu in film class in college. That's probably where everyone sees it the first time, or, unless you're a cinephile just by nature. But yeah, epic film.
Guaranteed.
No, yeah. That's a great figure. But now it makes me think of the mockumentary What We Do in the Shadows, and the Nosferatu character's name is Peter, and he's just like, it's a documentary about vampires living together, and it's hilarious. Of all the names to give that terrifying figure, they call him Peter. So It's pretty good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's really cool. That's a Mezco figure, by the way. And then coming up next, we got some other pickups from Danny here. And hopefully you guys are seeing these as well. These are Diamond Selects. They're a little small. I apologize. We got a Dark Knight Returns Bane there, I believe. And I don't know where that Wonder Woman's from. Does that look familiar to you, Uncle Pat?
You know, it really doesn't. It looks like a tentacle. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
It's pretty good. It's pretty badass. Anyway, those are from Diamond Select. Just FYI.
Cool.
And so we'll just keep moving on here. And next we got one more thing from Down Under Danny, because Down Under Danny is from the great country/continent of Australia. And he always has some really awesome, unique stories to tell and some unique perspectives from being from that part of the world. And he did want to share with me a picture of his pet lizard. And no, this is not a dick pic. There it is. And I forget this guy's name, but he is very cool. It's a lizard that's like a special kind of lizard that is like this head and his tail look exactly alike. And he gave me some background on this thing, and it's really damn cool.
It's a skink, isn't it, of some kind? I don't think it's a blue-tongue skink, but it looks something like that.
I don't know, but it looks like cool.
I'm sure he'll tell us in the chat.
He'll tell us. He'll let us know. He let me know, and I had it on my phone, and I kind of I forgot it. So anyway, so that's cool. So that is all from Danny, from Danny this week. And let's move on and show off a little bit of what Following Freddy sent me as well. If I can get the share screen to go. Application share. And then, all right. So check it out. He has a proton plasma Ghostbusters wand there in that case, which is really cool. Oh. And he also got the NECA King Kong. So that's pretty damn awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, right? So that's pretty damn cool. Paul McGrath says, that lizard sold me insurance. That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's and I think I have one more from Following Freddy as well. Yes, I do. And like I mentioned when we were getting started here, that Following Freddy is having a birthday this month. So his wife gave him a little peek at what his presents are, and he can't have them till the 25th, I believe, is his birthday. But nevertheless, we get a little peek of it as well here, and I hope you guys can see that now. The little peek is on the with the Lego set. So he also has a Deadpool, really cool Deadpool figure. And I'm sorry, is that right? Deadpool?
Yeah.
Come on, Mark.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Deadpool, thank you. On top of a Black Series Han and Carbonite. But he got the whole Mos Eisley Cantina Lego set. That's like a $300 plus Lego set. He's got a really nice wife, guys. Really nice. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I like the bacon figure myself, but
what's that?
So
yeah,
like
the bacon figure is pretty awesome too. I think there's some SpongeBob love back there as well.
Yeah, that's like it.
So that's
like a Boba Fett Lego set too.
Yeah. I think it might even be Mandalorian. I'm not sure.
That's a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty.
It's the Razor Crest. It's his ship.
Oh, yeah. I'm impressed you knew what the name of his ship was. I didn't even know that. Good job, man. Good job. So anyway, I think that's it from Down Under Danny. We got just one more. Yeah, we got one more to show off. And this is just a little tiny thing, and it's just a little bit of a repeat, but it's a little tiny thing from Packer Brewer Paul. Also sent over this about a couple weeks ago, I think. Let's do that and share that. And that is, again, another look at that NECA King Kong figure that Following Freddy also got as well. And he has it out of the box here, and you guys can see the package art on the front there. And you can see that it comes with two head sculpts. So NECA always hits it out of the park, man. You know what? I don't give them enough love. I some of the stuff they do is I'm kind of on, but man, they always hit it out of the park, though.
They do.
They really do. They really do. So yeah, so that's it for subscriber pickups this week. Let's go to the panel. And AV, I don't think you have anything this week, do you?
Yeah, no, I'm still waiting on my Transformer Autobot logo symbol from Etsy, and then I'm also waiting on my Iron Man Sideshow collectible. So yeah, hopefully next time I'll have two things to show off.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see that Iron Man statue. That was what, Prime One Studios?
I believe so. Yeah,
that's gonna be epic, dude. How about you, Uncle Pat? Anything to show off this week?
Well, what I can't remember. So I got that Devastator. I don't think we've shown that on the Plastic Planet.
Did you? I don't know. Maybe you did, but if you have it, show it, dude. I think you said you couldn't reach it the last time.
Well, no, it's right here. No, I've had it up here, but I think I got it in between the last time I was on the live stream.
Well, sweet. Well, if you can show it to us, man.
If I can get her.
Hopefully there's not like a giant Kool-Aid man crash here. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we can get a good look there. I'll move my whiskey out of the way.
See if I can.
I'll see if I can't. And then instead of moving him, I'll move the screen down. But you get an idea.
That's badass.
Look at the paint apps on the Mixmaster there.
Yeah, and it's on this too. You can see it's that nice like platinum.
That kind of chromy looking vacuum seal. What is that called? Vacuum metal.
Yeah. I dig it, and it's got great articulation with the fingers, and it's not. It's very G1, but it's also I put on the G1 head. They had a separate head that was much more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but sort of. No, the other head was more like the comic book. IDW stuff. This is more like the G1 head. But yeah, so I got him. I don't know if, like I said, I don't remember when but then I would say I have 2 pre-orders that I just got noticed for that will be shipping here shortly. So one is the was it the X-Transbot Scourge?
Nice.
We talked about him on a Knick-Knack Live.
Yes.
So I got him coming, and then also what I'm really excited about, and this is one of the things that maybe we'll talk about later, is the from my Bruticus, my third party, the all built in, I think his name's Probus.
Okay.
He's shipping, and that's the last piece I need for my Bruticus to get to my big scale masterpiece scale.
Oh, that is gonna be so cool. I can't. Dude, again, we are gonna get over to your house and do a room tour here really soon. I know we keep saying that, but we are gonna do it.
We'll do it.
We'll do it
eventually.
We're gonna do it. Yeah, Paul McGrath says that Transformer metal piece from Etsy is worth the wait. Paul McGrath also ordered that up there, AV Club.
Awesome. Yeah.
So yeah. So Danny Lee says the Mighty Devastator. Kev's Matrix is in the house. What's up, bro? He says here God of War will be on PS5.
Yeah.
It will. Yeah, you're the big God of War guy.
Yeah, no, I think the next one's going to be on the PS5. So no, that's kind of narrowed down my decision as far as which next system I'm going to buy. I am going to be buying the PS5 when it comes out.
Did you play the PS4 God of War?
Yeah, that's the one I have it on right now.
Oh, okay.
It's I
have my PS3, and I have, of course, 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Which I love and play, but I never got a PS4, so didn't get that one.
Yeah, you don't need to. Well, you don't need to play the other ones to play the God of War on the PS4. And I like I said before, I know you'd love it. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. Danny Lee says the Mighty Devastator. Paul says beautiful. Pat, he's referring to your Devastator, of course. Following Fred says we're all coming over to Uncle Pat. And Paul McGrath says that is an awesome Devastator. I agree, man. That thing is
I love it.
Fucking awesome. So anyway, guys, my pickups, I got quite a bit this week, and one of which I took a nutrition class through my work, and I figured out because I've been having a real trouble with sugar craving. So I understand if you take one of these L-glutamines, whenever you have a sugar craving, the sugar cravings will go away. So trying to tackle a little bit of that quarantine weight, guys. So that's going to be important.
Dude, Knick-Knack, I've got something very similar. If I take one of these, it also helps my sugar craving go away.
Yeah, what is that?
It's the brownie M&M, dude.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, so I got one of these L-glutamins this week. So that came in the mail this week. Incidentally, not related, I also picked up this party-size box of Oreos.
So sugar cravings too.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. You know what, guys? I got to tell you, man, I tried for a while to lose a little weight. I tried to switch down to regular Oreos, just because I'm trying to watch my figure, right? So I switched down to regular Oreos. Right. it just didn't do it, man. You've got to have the double stuff. Now, triple stuff, and that gets like asinine and ridiculous. But the double stuff is like
That's absurd.
It is. It's totally absurd. But the double stuff to me is the right combination of cookie and cream, in my opinion. So, anyway, so for what it's worth, we'll see how well my sugar cravings go. Let's hear another thing I picked up this week or last week. This is stupid. This was a stupid pickup in a way. Well, it's not a stupid pickup, but I'm kind of like kicking myself for a reason. So I was in GameStop with my son. My son's really into DC Multiverse, and they have a bunch of different like DC Multiverse exclusives at GameStop and shit. And so we picked up some DC, a Joker figure for him while we were there. And I saw this. I was like, well, he's kind of a rare figure, and I love robots. I picked up fucking Chopper, right? And it's nothing. I don't even really like this show all that much, to be honest. Like, it's not bad, but I don't really like it a lot. And I'm not going to get in a bash fest or anything, but it's like my least favorite, like, Star Wars animated show of all time. Well, it's maybe not as bad as the original Ewoks. And there are some really good redeeming moments in it when they have like cameos from, original trilogy characters like Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, which are actually really good. But, Chopper's just kind of a dumb droid. But I do like robots a lot. So I picked it up, even though, it comes with his like shopping cart third leg and all that shit. So anyway, I bought this, right? I bought this on a Thursday, and then I'm in Target on a Saturday, and I find Admiral Akbar and Logray, the medicine man,
Logray,
the Tebow, or one of those Ewoks, Black Series scale. And I totally forgot I bought this, and I just like kind of passed on them. I was like, it just goes to show when you're in like the mood to buy something and when you're not. And I walk out of the store and get home, and I realize I bought Chopper, but I left Admiral Akbar on the shelf.
Yeah,
that's fail, dude. Weird. That is fail. So anyway, yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He's fine. But I got Chopper. This week. So another thing, my wife just got a really big promotion through work. And she came down after being out and about for a while, and she told me she finally got that sports car for me I always wanted, so she got her big promotion. So here's that. That's for my wife. So a nice little Corvette. So that's cool. Ha ha, funny. funny lady. Let's hear. I also got, and this is actually like a knockoff of a third-party figure. I got Power Glide.
Oh.
So he's pretty fucking sweet. There he is.
Masterpiece scale Power Glide.
Yeah, Masterpiece scale Power Glide. Also comes with Power Glide's girlfriend. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So here's the box. Like I said, I think it's actually like a knockoff of a third party. It's like a knockoff of a knockoff, basically. But there it is. Transphere. That's cool. Got it off eBay.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool. And then last but not least, wanted to show this off real fast. Hang on a second. Let me get my stuff organized here. I want to show this off real fast. Now, typically, I don't like getting gifts from subscribers or anything like that, but this was sort of special circumstances. There was other circumstances involved. I know other YouTubers like get these boxes and these unboxings from subscribers and shit. I don't really like to do that. I have enough shit here. I don't need other people sending me stuff. And I appreciate the thought, but I really would rather not. But this was sort of a special circumstance. I got these from Down Under Danny. He sent me these. He sent me these Laser Blaster vintage Transformer color form stickers, and you guys can see the hollow like reflectivity on those.
Yeah.
So really cool. So Down Under Danny sent me these. Thank you, brother.
Lasers.
Yeah. Then he also sent me this. This is really cool. This guy's really cool, actually. I had this as a kid. Let me get a drink of beer. You guys remember color forms?
Of course.
Yeah. He sent me this Superman color form, vintage. I think it's complete. It's fucking awesome. So thank you so much, Down There, Danny. I really appreciate it, brother. Again, not necessary, but I really appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's got the magic telephone booth in it. I don't know if you guys remember that. And I don't even know if this will hold up for this little puppet show. But see, look at that. You got Lex Luthor there, and he's like, Lois Lane, you got any Tic Tacs in your purse? And then of course you got Clark Kent in the phone booth there, and then you just turn it. And oh shit. Anyway, and there's Superman. He's gonna bust some ass. So that's really cool with the magic, magic telephone booth. And I just love, man. I actually, like I said, I actually had this set as a child, and it was something I really missed. Like I missed having this in my life. So thank you so much, Down Under Danny. That was really thoughtful. And again, that was sort of a special circumstance. It's not something that I typically want from my subscribers or would ever ask from my subscribers. That was very, very kind, very, very kind gesture. I really appreciate it. And also, I got the Skylinks, but I got to get them out of the box. Still haven't gotten them out of the box. Teased them on the channel in one of my last videos, but I got Earthrise Skylinks. So yeah, those are my pickups this week, guys. I had a lot, but yeah, really, really damn cool.
It's good haul.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. Just go to the chat real fast. Let's see here. Dark on a Knick-Knack. I sent some pics. Share them. Hey, dude, I will next. I know I will next video, next live stream, bro. I can't multitask like that, guys. I am like this is like as good as it gets for me to multitask. But I will. Thank you, man. I will definitely show some pics off next show. And thank you so much for sending them. So look forward to next live stream for those, man. I promise I'll get to them. Let's see here. Dark Honda says, whoa, I remember color forms. Who doesn't? I had like Dukes of Hazzards and Smurfs and Chips. I had a Chips color form. Did you guys have any color forms?
I did not. I remember seeing those though at friends' house.
Yeah, they were like something my mom would get me for like road trips and shit to keep me busy in the back seat. How about you, Uncle Pat? Did you have a color forms?
Never did.
You missed out, man. Dark Onan had a Kiss set, so that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. And Paul McGrath says that's some serious cool plastic crap. Slash 19091 says, yo, Knick-Knack, what's up? Longtime subscriber, love the channel. Thanks, brother. And thanks so much for joining us tonight, man. I appreciate that. I love the kind words, man. So thank you so much. Big plastic plant salute and applause. Thanks so much for joining us on the chat.
That's two new guys to join us in the chat tonight.
We love it, man. We love getting new guys here on the chat. So that's awesome. And Paul says that color form box art is sweet, very displayable. Yeah, I actually am keeping it in my detail, so it keeps really nice. So obviously, I won't be doing a lot of playing with it because it's pretty frail, but it is really amazing. So this is very, very special. So thank you so much again, Down Under Danny. That was really, really, really nice. So anyway, guys, well, we got a lot to get to, guys. We are at the 37-minute mark, and we haven't even started buy, squat, or pass, which is my favorite part of the show. So let's get to buy, squat, or pass right now. And let's get to our first piece this week. And this was a piece that we actually talked about last time here on Knick-Knack Live. And it was one that someone had picked up. I think maybe it was our good buddy Robert, just a fan, had picked this big piece up. And he was recommending it. And so we got to look at it first. And this is, of course, this is John Rambo.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is from 3-0. This is also shown here on Sideshow, but it is from 3-0. And let's just get a look at this piece right now. Look at that. This is obviously based off of his appearance in Rambo 3 when he takes on the Russians in Afghanistan, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one. That is badass. Look how iconic that is with the bazooka.
You mean the RPG?
Good stuff.
Whatever. Yeah, the big gun. The big gun. That is like iconic. Oh, look, he's got this giant knife. Oh, this is badass. I love the hair on it. Oh, he's got his
look
at that. Oh, look at that.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh, he's gonna take down that Russian copter.
Yeah, look, he's got his jacket on, man. He's got his jacket on, that 40-yard stare. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. There's all these accessories for you guys there. And this is pretty awesome. $199, which is not bad for a figure. It's like, I would say this is like Hot Toys quality in my opinion.
It's good.
But what have you guys? Buy, squat, or pass? Let's start out with Uncle Pat.
Pass only. I mean, it's super cool. If I had infinite space and infinite money, I'd probably fire that up. Got to have him posed with the bow, I think.
Yeah. Our good buddy Robert Just a Fan gave it really high marks, and he's a longtime subscriber and friend of the channel, so he gave it high marks.
No, I mean, it was a great looking piece, dude. I don't have a place for it. But especially at that price point, right?
$199. What universe do we live in now where I'm like $199? That's pretty cheap. You know? That is where we are. That is where we are these days. How about you, AV Club? Buy, squat, or pass?
Man, it's a pass, but I'll tell you what though. I've been looking for something. Yeah, with my job, I schedule the Action Channel, and it's just like kind of something like to put at my desk as a little reminder of who the people are that are viewing my content. It's just
you need this, AV.
Yeah, I know. It's like if there's, I'm not super crazy about the piece, but I'm definitely looking for something along those lines.
Dude,
You
this is
know,
badass, dude. I think you do need this, but I understand.
Yeah.
This is a squat for me, actually. I am considering this. I haven't pulled the trigger on it. It's like a loose squat, if that makes sense. It's like a loose squat for me, but I would seriously give this some consideration because it is badass, and I'm really trying to like augment out sort of an 80s theme down here in the archive/arcade room of the Plastic Planet, with my arcade machines, my arcade 1-up machines. I've got Ghostbusters over here. I got Transformers over there. I got He-Man down here now, and this would fit in beautifully here. It really would. Right over there with my RoboCop Hot Toys figure. So this is definitely a hard squat for me, and I am thinking about it. Paul McGrath says the last 2 Rambo movies were a freaking bloodbath. They were so good.
They were good, though, right?
I loved them. I mean, can we all agree they were awesome?
They were awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Last one was a hard watch, though. I mean,
it was a hard watch. I watched it twice. I actually watched it originally, the regular version, and then I watched the extended director's cut.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a hard watch. There is some tragedy in there. Of course, not to give too much away, but an elderly senior citizen, John Rambo, goes up against the Mexican cartel, and
it fucks him up.
Spoiler! Yeah, it's awesome. It is
Spoiler.
awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. So anyway, that is definitely a firm squat for me. I really like it a lot. Dark Onin says, for perspective, the G.I. Joe U.S. flag was $120. Yeah, like what, 1985?
Yeah. What's that? What do you think what do you think with
inflation
that would be today?
Well, we need an inflation calculator, but that's got to be like close to 300, I would imagine. I don't know. I would need an inflation calculator. Maybe if someone in the chat has the internet handy, they could pull that up and see what $120 is in 1985 dollars. That would be cool. So anyway, let's move on though. Let's move on. Like I said, we got a lot to get to, and let's just move on. So anyway, let's move on. Let's do this one next. This was something that Uncle Pat wanted to talk about tonight, and this is, if you guys are seeing it now. Are you guys seeing it?
Yeah.
This is the Thundercats Ultimates Wave 1 set of 4 figures, and Thundercats weren't really my thing growing up. I was definitely of that age, of that era, but I was never really into the Thundercats. I was more of a Voltron dude. But so this is a pass for me. I'll just say that right off the bat, but I like it a lot. And these figures look, wow, look at Lionel though.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. And for $179, you're looking at 4 figures. This is Big Bad Toy Store, by the way. There's Mumra. Mumra looks great.
I think you can get them from their Super 7, I think is the company, and they've got a few different licenses right now, obviously Thundercats being one of them.
Yeah.
And you can get them direct from them, but yeah, I found like this was just an easy way to grab.
It's like an instant collection, really.
This is just wave 1, dude. I think they're up to wave 4 now. I want to say. Yeah, they've got
they're beautiful, and they're like 7 inches, so they're like a little bigger than your average like Black Series or Marvel Legends.
$45 a figure. That's pretty good.
That's not bad, and I think you can you buy them individually, Uncle Pat? I didn't check.
I think you can.
That's good.
It'd be harder, but because obviously this is a wave 1, it's been out for a while, and I didn't look, but they did have the other ones, and like you could buy individually, and yeah, I'm not even sure that the second or third. 4th waves are that expensive. They might be, but still, I mean, because of the later wave have, of course, Mumra in his transformed shape, which is pretty badass with his sword, and yeah. So,
all right. So are these buy squad or pass for you, sir?
Well, they're squat actually. I mean, I have I don't know if you remember Knick-Knack. I got that giant. He's in a box somewhere. I need to get him out. I had that giant Lino.
Yeah, I bought him for you.
Right.
That was a gift from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that figure, and he's awesome. And I always had this thing like when I was a kid that I wanted, because the toys and the series didn't last that long. I think it was 4 seasons. I want to say maybe. I'm not sure if it was 4 seasons, but
it's quite a while for an '80s TV show. And Transformers was only 3, really.
I have to double check. I bought the whole season set, so it might have been 2 or 3. But I remember the toys were expensive. My parents would not get them for me because they were they were, if I'm not mistaken, they were a higher price point than He-Man. And I had a friend that had a bunch, and I was always so jealous and envious of his, Thundercats figures. So for me, this is like, and if you go online and try to find like vintage ones, they're ridiculous if you want to get them intact. So this is like, get a nice, solid, superposable figure. You get the original group of Thundercats, the mutants, Slithe and Jekyllman, and awesome stuff. So it's a squat, but that's only because it's $180. So might have to slow into that one. I've got a bunch of, like I said, I just have 2 pre-orders coming. I still have the Mandalorian IG-11 that I'm paying flex pay right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens when those payments are done.
Right.
And I can breathe a little bit.
Right. How about you, AV Club? We got breaking news here on the Plastic Planet. So AV Club, real fast, buy, squat, or pass on this.
Oh, this is a pass. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, fair enough. We got breaking news here, guys, because let's hear. I think who just popped that on the chat here. Who just said that? I just read it.
$1,500.
No, not that. Not that. That was for the USS Flag today. But
ESB Lando on Hot Toys?
Yes. Breaking news: Hot Toys just put this out like right now. And let me see if I can. Yeah, let me bring it. I brought it up. I already got it up while you were chatting. Let me bring it up here. Let me get the share screen going, and hopefully I can find it.
I'll say this while you're looking. I found an inflation calculator. The flag would be at $120 in 85 or 1980. Would be $378 today.
That's a lot, and that's a lot. That's a lot. That's like about what Falling Freddy played for that Mos Eisley Lego set, though. So it's all relative. All right, guys. Holy shit! It's Lando. This has been so long in the waiting. Hot Toys is finally putting out Bespin Empire Strikes Back Lando, and I know there's other pictures. It's on my Facebook page. I don't want to pull up my Facebook page too much. So anyway, we're just going to go off this tonight. Buy, squat, or pass. This is a buy for me instantly. Put in my pre-order. Oh yeah! Breaking news on the Plastic Planet. Who said that? I want to give credit. Oh, Danny Lee says that. He says, "Oh well, Hot Toys just showed off ESB Lando." Thank you, Danny Lee. Breaking news here on the Plastic Planet.
Is that the only photo they have of it?
No, they have more. I can't scroll through them because
Okay.
It's what we got, man. It's what we got. Anyway, this is a buy for me, dude. I have the Sideshow Lando, which still holds up. It's a damn nice figure, but I imagine this is going to be spectacular. And Lando, to me, is like Lando's in my top 5, top 7 favorite Star Wars characters of all time. Billy D. Williams is the freaking shit. And this is a buy for me. Definitely.
Hey, all I request is that you drink some Colt 45 while showing this off on the Plastic Planet.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. How about you, Uncle Pat? Buy, squat, or pass?
It's actually a pass.
Why?
I mean, it's a great looking figure. Don't get me wrong, but I and I love Lando. He's great. He's on my phone. He's Trav's ringtone or text tone. Whenever I get a text from Trav, it's all, well, what have we here? You know? Dude, I don't know. I'm like, all right, cool.
Can you give it the benefit of a squat at least?
Okay, we'll do a squat.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it for me, but.
Well, I feel like I've passed up better Hot Toys figures.
Well, again, this is only one production pick. I wish I could show more. I just don't want to dig too much into my Facebook page.
Well, that's fair. No. And not that it looks bad or it's bad. It's a great. If I was like a #1 Lando fan, better believe your ass I'd have that. No, just I don't know. We'll say a squat, so that'll make you feel better. Okay.
Thanks, man. Yeah, well, thanks. No, it's an instant buy for me, man. Like here's my penis, and you just went. How about you, AV Club? Buy squat.
It's a pass for me. I don't see the price or anything for it though either, so I can't really offer too much input. But I mean, it looks good, But yeah, it's I don't know. I know you're excited, so I don't want to take away from that, man. So
I'm excited.
You just run with it, man.
Dude, I'm proud. I'm just proud. I know I just told Dark Onan that I suck at multitasking, but I'm proud. Well, Pat was talking about Thundercats, man. I pulled this sucker up. That was good. That was
Yeah.
good. I'm getting better at this, guys. I'm getting
Yeah,
better.
yeah, you are.
My old disc jockey chops are coming back to me. You know, I used to run the board for an NHL games. So my old multitasking disc jockey chops are coming back. So anyway, that's really damn cool. Anyway, so that is cool. That was awesome that just popped up. But let's move on to our next item. That is a buy for me, though. It put me down for a buy on Hot Toys Lando 40th anniversary. Empire Strikes Back, greatest film of all time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's got a boner. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
And Dark Cannon says, Knick-Knack, I sent some pics. Share them. Yeah, I don't want to. I'll get to them, man. Next week, brother, I promise. Not next week, but in 2 weeks when we do our next live stream in 2 weeks. I definitely will share them. And I really appreciate it, man. I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, more importantly, for joining and for participating in the channel. I love that. So, yeah, Paul says, hello, what have we here? And following Freddie says, Lando is tempting. And Danny Lee says, I just was going to say it. And then he says they are also reissuing Empire Strikes Back Boba with 40th packaging. So is that the one with vintage coloring, or is that the regular Boba Fett? If it's the regular Boba Fett, I'm going to buy that too. I don't have a regular Boba Fett. So Paul McGrath, that cape alone is probably $100. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So anyway, let's get to our next piece though. We still got a lot to get to. And let's see here. What shall we share next? Okay. How about this one? Since we were just talking about Thundercats, let's talk a little He-Man. Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah.
This is Man at Arms, and this is really, really damn cool. Who played Man at Arms in the Masters of the Universe movie? It was the same guy that played was on Deep Space Nine, wasn't it?
I never
No.
know off the top of my head, man.
I don't know.
So.
This Man at Arms kind of looks like Stacy Keach. Do you guys remember Stacy Keach? He was Mike Hammer.
I do remember Stacy Keach, and I do remember Mike Hammer.
Yeah, man, it was Mike Hammer, man.
Stacy
Anyway,
Keach had to quit Mike Hammer because he had a cocaine problem.
Yeah, man.
If I'm remembering correctly.
yeah, I don't know, but at any rate, so where is that at? This is Man at Arms. Sorry.
John, the actor's name was John Cipher that played
Yes.
Man at Arms.
Okay,
I just
that,
looked it up too.
that of course is in the live action. This is sort of a little bit of a. Is this Uncle Pat? Because I'm not a big Master of the Universe guy. I enjoy it from afar. I did pick up the retro He-Man and Skeletor and Battle Cat, but is this sort of a reimagining of the character here? Just looking at these pics a little bit.
It is. You remember that merman that we saw?
Yeah, I do.
Person? It's that same. It's Mondo, right? So it's that same 1/6 scale. But yes, it's a bit of a reimagining. So they've come out with He-Man. At least I think Skeletor is out there, Merman, and then this just popped up today, and that's why I wanted to share him because I think it's a pretty good looking figure, and we were impressed with that Merman.
That Merman did look good.
It did.
Yeah, that Merman did look good. So he is a 190, and he is, like you said, he's sold by Mondo at sideshow.com. This is a pass for me, even though he's really cool. I can appreciate it from afar. Uncle Pat, is this a buy?
No, it's a squat.
Okay.
I'm kind of watching it, and I mean, again, the Merman is the same way. I was not a fan of the He-Man though, so it's like one of those things. Like if you get one of these, it's not like I'm going to be Mr. Completist and want to get the rest, and that's kind of why I'm sitting, kind of sitting on the fence with these at the moment. I'm a big, Motu guy, but yeah, I just don't know if I'd have. Do I want to commit to that kind of a relationship? I don't know if I want to commit.
That's a relationship, dude. When you put a ring on that thing, man, that's a relationship.
Yes. But it's a beautiful figure, though.
Yeah,
I
I think
love all those accessories.
That's awesome.
Yeah. How about you, AV Club? And I know this is probably a pass for you. And then I want to throw out a little bit of a caveat about AV Club to anyone who's new watching tonight. AV Club is not an avid collector. He really kind of brings the everyman common sense approach to our conversations. But we have convinced him in the past to buy shit on this live stream. When we do, it's a big deal. So if just stick around for it, because you never know, it might happen. I just want to throw that caveat out. So what do you think? Probably a pass. But what do you think?
If I was I'm kind of surprised Pat passed on this because I know he likes He-Man, and I think this is a pretty cool figure, man. I mean, the face sculpt alone, it's like it just reminds me of like Dark Knight Batman Ben Affleck, where it's just like he's just grizzled and he has 0 F's to give, and it's just like don't cross this dude, man. He will jack you up, you know. So I like the figure a lot, man. It's got a lot of character to it.
Yeah. He looks like Man at Arms that like goes into the seedy bars and you know, it beats up the drug dealers in the 80s movies, you know.
No, there were guys like this in the Navy when I was in the Navy, and it was just like, you know,
I love it when we get a Navy story out of AV.
There's like guys that like, you know, never really advanced, but they knew everything, you know. And it's like if you went up, you know, if you went up to them, you better have your shit together as far as like what your question and what you want to ask, because they will tear you a new one if you show the slightest sign of weakness. You know, it's like, you know, you really have to have your game on, you know, when you approach that kind of guy, you know. So it's just awesome.
Hey, AV Club, man, real fast, man. Real fast. I don't want to put you on the spot, but this is the best story ever. Can you tell that tear gas training story real fast? Do you mind? I don't want to put you on the spot.
You know, let's save it for another time.
Okay, fair enough.
It could take a long time, and I know we have a lot to get through.
Fair enough, man. I don't want to put you on the spot, and I apologize because I didn't.
No, how about we put like a little bit, like 5 minutes for the next live cast?
You know, maybe sometime we'll do like a bit of a military salute live stream, talk a little GI Joe, and you can share some Navy stories.
Yeah. Well, you know,
if you got some kick-ass Navy stories.
How about like when we get around Veterans Day, we can do that.
Fair enough, brother. Fair enough.
Right,
okay, we'll save it for another day. I don't mean to put you on the spot, man.
It's not a problem, but I know you got a lot to go to.
Yeah, we do have a lot to get to, but it's a freaking awesome story.
Yeah.
So we'll see
you guys. If you just told the story and all of that back and forth about we don't have time, we probably would have got through the story.
No,
now we don't have time. So
it takes a while.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's awesome. I love hanging out with AV because he's got all these cool Navy stories, right? And the only thing I can kind of compare it to is the time I went to NCAA cheerleading camp in Milwaukee. That's like, he tells these awesome boot camp stories, and I'm like, well, guys, there's this one time I had to go to cheerleading camp in Milwaukee for NCAA for 3 days, and they had us up at 6 a.m. doing aerobics with really hot women every morning, and it was horrible. And
yeah, you know, well, you know, it's just my story, my experience in my youth is a little bit different. I'll say that.
It's awesome, dude. This is freaking awesome. Anyway, all right, guys, let's keep going. But we will do that. I think that's a great idea for a future live stream, probably maybe in November around Veterans Day. I agree. And we do salute you for your service, AV.
Oh yeah.
We love it. I know you get embarrassed by it, but we love it. Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to our next item here tonight. And alrighty, let's see what. Oh, this is a good one. Let's talk this one. We may not get to everything tonight, but this is good. Look at this statue. Look at this statue here. This is a Queen alien battle, and this is like for $1,200, and there are layaway options available, just so you guys know. But let's take a look at this thing. I love how like Sideshow does these production pics with like fog and shit.
Of course,
like, that's how it's gonna sit on a shelf. But anyway, this looks really badass though. Look, you got some regular aliens there, and you got the Queen. I love the Queen alien. I love that character design from Aliens. Look at that. Look at that head. Look at that thing. Thing's huge. It's wicked. Look at that thing. That is nightmare fuel there. You know, this is not a piece you'd want to put on your nightstand. You know, imagine that. 4 a.m. See that? No way.
No,
more like you'd roll over and break something with all those.
Yeah, that too. Like hit your alarm clock and you'd impale your hand on this thing. It's also Sharpie. This is badass. This is real. Okay, there's like a really nice piece of the
better pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick without all the fog and shit. That's really cool. And it kind of gives you some dimensions there. So it's roughly 28 inches tall. So it's roughly like it's over 2 feet. It's big. It's real big. I like it. I like it a lot. I always say, guys, there is yet to be a piece that I will spend over $1,000 on, and this wouldn't be one of them. It's just a pass, obviously, and I imagine it's a pass for you guys, but I just wanted to show it off. Look at the alien eggs there. Look at that. They're all incubating and shit. Yeah. Oh, look at that, man. That thing is ready to open up. Those orifices are ready to open up and just like jump on your face.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, look at her spinal column there. That is badass. Look at the detail.
It's almost too good. Like, the movie is like so traumatizing. You just want to destroy it all.
Look at that though. Look at this AV and Uncle Pat. Look at you got the double mouth there.
Yep.
The secondary mouth is about to come out. Oh, look at her throat. Guys, this is a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
I got it. Like, this is just a piece of art. This is art.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
There's like 65 pictures. I'm not going to get to them all. But anyway, it's $1,200. It's obviously a pass for me. Beautiful piece though. If you're an Alien fan and you got the fucking cheddar for that, I'd buy it. But what do you guys think of it? How about you, AV?
It's a pass, but you're right, man. It's a piece of art, man. I mean, it's fantastic, but it's that's too much. Maybe if it was like $500, maybe we'd be starting to have a conversation. But no, it's a pass.
Yeah, it's so expensive. How about you, Uncle Pat? What do you think?
No, it's too much money. It's too much money. It's cool.
I mean, that's a given. I think that's a given for all of us.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I mean, it gives me
the. No, Paul McGrath's right. It's $2,000. I was reading that wrong. It's not $1,400.
When I look at that thing, it's like that's the last place on earth I want to be, man.
Dude, I just want you to think about this, okay? Like, how when you get that new Hot Toys or the Masterpiece Transformer out of the box, and you gotta transform it, or you gotta put the frickin', the hands on or some shit.
I know where you're going here, yeah.
Right, and that's like a traumatizing experience, and you just spent maybe $200. That's like $2,000.
10 times.
Look at all that shit that's gonna break, dude. And I'm sorry, I got 3 kids in this house. They have broken numerous pieces of mine. There's no way in hell I want that thing. That gives me anxiety just looking at it.
This is a piece that if you spent the kind of money on, you're going to want to put it. You're not going to want to put this on no. You're not going to want to put this on some utility shelves.
Well, it's not like you can afford anything else. After you spend $2,000, what do you don't have any money left for shelving or?
This is a piece where you'd want to get.
Put it right next to where the kids put their book bags.
Yeah, no. You wouldn't want to this isn't like a piece you put on the end table in the entryway. Puts their backpacks and shit and their muddy shoes.
I'm just all I can say. Think about getting this thing out of the fucking box, okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put it together. You have to get it out of the box, and you're not gonna break it getting out of the box. That alone, right there, is giving me anxiety. Kids and everything else aside, let's have the perfect glass enclosure for this thing.
Yeah,
I set the fucker up, and it's gonna break.
I swear, you would honestly need like a custom acrylic piece for this, and I think that's why they give you the dimensions on it right there on the page. So it's like you could like get this thing custom ordered because you'd want to bring this thing home, get it in like a backlit custom acrylic case.
Yeah,
far away from little tiny Paw Patrol fingers. And you
just don't buy this shit if you got kids. That's
that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, dude, I think it's an awesome piece though. The artwork on that is holy shit. I mean, that's impressive. And yeah, I was saying it was like $1,400. I was reading that wrong. My eyes were getting confused. I mean, that was like $2,000.
Paul did say that if it was 1950, he'd probably pull the trigger.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear Down Under Danny says close. He-Man past the Universe Mondo figures cost me $280 down here in Australia. Released He-Man Skeletor. Yeah, shit is so much more expensive down under for our down under collectors. So yeah, we sympathize with them. That sucks, man. But anyway, let's see. Let's going back to the chat real fast. Darkonin. I think I'm saying that handle right, bro. I'm sorry if I'm butchering you. Man at Arms doesn't seem to want to protect the I think the fifth side of his body.
He's all unarmored on the other side.
Oh, okay.
All over here. And
yeah, I love that about Man at Arms. The customization, it like reminds me of like Cable or like Batman. Just somebody that just like is very specific about how he wants to fight. No, I love that.
Yeah,
here's Man at Arms, and as Danny was saying, right? If you look closely, he does not have a mustache.
He doesn't. I thought he had a mustache.
In the cartoon, he does. But in the
cartoon, he does.
Oh, okay. See, I was all confused. In the Filmation cartoon, he does, though. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, He-Man wasn't really my bag when I was a kid. I liked it, but I never like I always I had a friend who had all the shit, and I'd go over and play with his He-Man, and I loved like Castle Grayskull with the fucking trap door and shit. So cool. But
Right.
I never like that wasn't, I had other bigger fish to fry in my world. So He-Man wasn't really a priority. That's awesome. I mean, when you were a kid,
I had quite a bit of He-Man figures
did
too.
you really? I don't remember you having He-Man, man.
Yeah, I had a lot. I had a lot, man. It was,
Okay.
I'll put him back on the attack track.
attack tracks.
Yeah. But our good buddy Packer Brewer Paul says, as far as that alien statue, center of the room and velvet rope it off. Holy crap!
Oh,
shit. No shit. Exactly. All right, guys. Well, let's move on. We got a few more to get to tonight, and let's see here. What would be a good one to talk about? Yeah, let's change. Okay, I want to do this one next if I can find it, and this is sort of me being a shit to the AV club because I'm trying to tempt him, man. And this is a pass for me, but I really
I'm on my second Wreak Havoc. So I made
but I really want to tempt you, brother. This is from the Arcade 1-Up website, and it's going to auto scroll for us.
NBA Jam.
Yeah, NBA Jam.
He's on fire.
Yeah, AV Club is a giant b-ball fan. His kid is an awesome basketball player. He lives and breathes the hardwood. And I've been trying to talk him into buying this because he's got this. You guys can see, guys. Look at that Uncle Pat. He's got that giant stone arch there. That's a ball. Right? He's got this awesome basement, and he's got a pool table down there. It's epic. Dude, does he not need this in his life?
Yeah, I'll show you real quick. Here we go. So I got.
Scroll off the thing, Knick-Knack, so we can see the space.
I got a little pool room.
See,
yeah.
Dude,
so I got room for it.
Yeah, you got the room for this thing, dude. This is a pass for me. I love Arcade 1-Ups. Now this would be a fun game. I don't doubt this would be fun to play.
How much does it cost?
It's around $500. I think it's $3.99. It's at Walmart. There's 2 of them at my Walmart right now, dude. And dude, I'll tell you what, dude, if money was no option, there's a couple times I've walked past that and I'm like, I just want to buy that for you so bad and drive it down to your house, knock on the door with a giant Santa hat on with my Miller Lite and say, AV Club.
Hey man,
NBA Jam.
Dude, I played the hell out of this game both at the arcade and when it came out on the Super Nintendo. No, I love this game, and it's definitely got its. I see tons of retro shirts that show the matchups, but they apply it to other things as well, like The Office and other just pop culture references. This is a. I'm not going to say never for this thing.
So it's a squat. You're in a squat.
It's a squat.
It's a squat. Now we always talk about sideshow pieces and high-end items like sideshow and Hot Toys and those things. And you always make a saying hey, if it goes on sale, I'd buy it. And those never go on sale. But this could. This could. This is a mass retail item. These are a Walmart.
What's the cheapest you've ever seen one go for? I
have seen them go as low as $200. But this is a bigger Arcade 1-Up, and it's got
4-player.
It's got 4-player. It's got the matching riser, and it's got the light up marquee. So it's a little higher than the first generation Arcade 1-Ups. Now you guys will see behind me, I got the Pac-Man machine. That's a first generation Arcade 1-Up. Didn't come with a riser, no light up marquee. But the Star Wars behind me is a second generation Arcade 1-Up. Comes with a matching riser. And the marquee lights up. This is second generation, so they got better. They really do. Arcade 1-Up is one of the best companies doing some awesome shit right now. Yes, and I don't mean that I work for Arcade 1-Up. I just really like their product a lot, and I will go above and beyond. Dude, like I said, I want to buy this for you. I want to bring it down. I want to throw it in the back of Uncle Pat's truck.
Yeah.
Bring it down to you with a fucking screwdriver and put it together in your basement for you, and then just say, my work is done. Dude,
I'll tell you what. If this ever hits 250, it's on.
It's a possibility. You got to look for sales, but it's a possibility.
Yeah. Knick-Knack, what we have to do, right? We just got to show this to his kid.
Yeah,
it's over. It's over.
I don't want to say Mace would love this, man. Mace would love
I know he would. I know. And I'd once this whole stupid COVID thing's over too, man, I throw a NBA Jam, party.
Look how well that side art matches the
Wow,
rest.
that's badass.
It's fluid. It's
Yeah,
fluid.
great.
It just blends right in, man. Some of those arcade one-ups with the risers look a little wonky, but not this piece. No. Anyway, all right, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that's very tempting. Good
I
luck.
know it's a pass for Uncle Pat. We'll just move on. But anyway, I just really wanted to throw that one at him.
Mission accomplished.
I wanted to see if I could get him to buy it tonight. Honestly, I did. But I'm glad you're firmly in the squad because I just keep thinking you need that in your life. I really do. Danny Lee says NBA Jam was such a fun game to play. Following Freddie says no pressure, AV, just do it. Pretty quoting Nike there. Paul says just saw the NBA cabinet at Walmart today. Yeah, my Walmart has 2 of them. Paul McGrath says he was talking about he was being a smartass about the aliens piece. He said if it was $1,950, I might pull the trigger. Oh, that's funny shit. So anyway, all right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. We got more to get to. And let's go. I just want to go. Let's do one more in that realm though. Where is that? Hang on 1 second. Yes, I want to share this one. I want to talk about this piece. This is another arcade one-up, guys. I'm a big fan of arcade one-up. If I didn't
that's a classic.
Off the rails. This was, I don't know when Arcade One-Up previewed this, but this is coming soon. This is Big Buck Hunter. And holy fucking balls, man.
Yeah.
I mean, holy crap. Where is it?
This is like a staple of my 20s. When I go into bars in my 20s, this seemed like this was like at every bar.
Yeah.
This and Golden Tee.
Golden Tee, yep. Big Buck Hunter and Golden Tee, that's right.
Unlike Golden Tee, the douchebags weren't playing Big Buck Hunter. Dude,
I beg to differ, sir. But
Golden Tee. But look, I was looking for some my chewing tobacco. I was gonna put a big hunk of chaw on my mouth. We talked about this piece. I love this game a lot. I had a lot of fun playing with this game at the old at an old brewery here with my kids. When they were kids. This is going to be the most expensive arcade one-up piece to date. This thing is going for almost, I think it's over $500. It might be close to $600.
They're going to sell a crap ton of those.
$500. I think it's $550. Again, that's like $150 more than the Star Wars game was that I have behind me. But again, you got the rifles. You got more to it. I mean, it's a shooting game. There's a lot to it. You do get like 4 or 5 big buck hunting games on it. This is awesome. This is a firm squat for me. I'm tempted. I am really want to gut this basement, move a bunch of shit back, get throw out my wife's garbage and put a bunch of arcade one-ups in here. That's what I want to do. And,
I think you should probably hold off on that.
Yeah, no, I don't care, man. I don't care. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna chuck all of her Christmas ornaments and all that trash, and I want to buy a big buck hunter cabinet. Again, this is a firm freaking squat for me. I love this piece. And this is a fun game. And I have good memories of playing this game with my kids. And so yeah, this is fun shit. So what do you think about it, Uncle Pat?
I think you should absolutely do what you're just talking about. In fact, you should order right now and have another Miller Lite, and let's get
I'm going to go upstairs right now, and I'm going to be like, hey, baby, I'm a big buck hunter.
Knick-Knack's making man decisions down here.
I'm a big buck hunter. We're throwing out all your trash, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, man. How about AV Club? What do you think? Buy squad or pass? I'm sure it's a pass, but what do you think?
It's a pass, but man, I'm telling you, if you got this sucker, and I come over to the Plastic Planet, that's the first game I want to play.
Yeah, so cool, man. I mean, I like Space Invaders down here, and I love the cab. It looks great, but it's boring. I gotta admit.
You got the rifle, man. It's just
this would be fun, dude. This would be fun. I got Final Fight over here, and Final Fight's a fun game, but man, this would kick Final Fight in the balls as far as just funness goes. Yeah, that's just too cool, man. That's too cool. All right, well, let's get back to it. Let's do just a couple more pieces. I don't think we're going to get to everything we had tonight, but we're already at the hour 14 mark, and I don't want to go too far over. So let's just do a couple more pieces here, and let's see here. Let's get back into action figures. I think I had one more arcade one up. Screw it. Let's do one more. This is Golden Axe.
Ooh.
This is Golden Axe. I'm a firm squad on Golden Axe as well.
You need to be a firm buy. Look what's on there. Look what's
I
on
know.
there.
Damn.
Dude.
This is like a
Beast.
Shinobi? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
This is another firm squat for me, dude. I don't know what to do because I'm running out of room for these cabs.
Yeah.
Just want to keep buying them.
The Buck Hunter game is better, but this is strong, man.
Yeah.
You know, all those games.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul McGrath says, way to gloss over taking the kid to the brewery. I know. Father of the year, man. Father of the year.
That's a new thing. We do that all the time these days.
Falling
Before the pandemic.
Falling Freddy says, got to get up early, fellas. Off to La La Land for me. Good night, everybody. So thanks, Falling Freddy. Thanks for joining us, bro. And then, yeah. So anyway, all right. So real quick, we'll get through this real fast. This is a firm squat for me. I want to get,
Dude,
like looking around my room right now, and I can't show off too much because I can't move my webcam. But I'm like really like I got to rearrange down here because I want to get at least 3 or 4 more of these cabs down here, and I want to keep my action figures. And I want to keep my big fish tanks. I need more space, but this is a firm squat for me. What do you think of this, Uncle Pat?
I think that is amazing. So amazing, in fact, that it's like a squat for me, and I have no room for this kind of shit. All right. That one is this is the first cabinet of these that I've seen that they've come out with where I've been. It's tempting, dude. I loved Golden Axe, Altered Beast, Shinobi. Dude, I played the hell out of those games in the arcade. So many quarters.
Yeah, like it took like $5 to beat Golden Axe, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Easy, if not more.
Oh, you get to ride that dragon. You know, the other critter that you with the beak and the tail. You'd swing
the whip it.
Yeah, no, man. I downloaded this on the Xbox 360 about 10 years ago, and I it was like the best $10 I ever spent to get for that. But the cabinet is awesome. That's fantastic.
Looks great. And Knick-Knack, I'm going to say this. If you don't buy this one, I don't even know. And, dude, if you bought freaking Buck Hunter over this one, I'd slap you.
Nah, I like Buck Hunter more. But, I mean,
look, if you guys want to do Buck Hunter, we'll go hunting and shoot the real thing. You're ride a dragon in real life, guys, all right? Nor do you get to be a ninja.
I'm just saying when you walk into a room and you see Buck Hunter, you're like, I'm going to go play Buck Hunter. You know,
if I was in my 20s and drunk, maybe.
Yeah.
But if I'm any other time in my life, dude, it's Golden Axe.
No, this is
turn to a horse. How awesome is that?
No, all these games take me back to when I was 13 years old. You know, that's a strong library. That's very good.
Dude, Knick-Knack, we can make it work.
Dude, I got so much shit I got to move out of here to get.
I'll come over and help.
Man.
Oh my God, yeah! Look at that. Oh, it takes me back.
Dude, look at the side panel art, dude, with the big axe, dude.
Altered Beast. I mean, that's nothing to laugh at. You know, that's a fantastic game.
It's a Sega gold mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Wrestle Wars, but whatever.
I don't know, man. Like, because I want to get another Pac-Man machine. I'm a big fan of Pac-Man. Someday they'll get Donkey Kong out, and that's a Nintendo license, so that's a sticky widget with Arcade 1-Up.
Yeah.
But dude, I got Space Invaders down there. I just mentioned that. I love my Space Invaders cab, but the game's boring. Like, I don't know, man. I want to get like 3 or 4 more of these in my life. I want my room to be an arcade down here.
Well, I think this one should be a strong consideration.
It is a strong squad. It's been a strong squad for me for a while. You know, and I want to get more of these down here that I'll actually play. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, it's a strong squad. I love it a lot, though. I love it a lot. Let's see.
Look at that. You're fighting the twin barbarians there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I know. And then you get both Golden Axe games. You get Altered Beast. You get Shinobi, and you get a wrestling game. So
the cabinet Shinobi is so much better than the one that you could buy for the original Sega.
Yeah.
That one's legit.
Yeah.
Dude, 4-player back, it's 4-player too, right? So that's legit how you would play back in the day, right? Get the warrior and the woman warrior and the dwarf.
The dwarf, yeah.
Dude, so cool. Yeah, Paul McGrath says put the Rambo figure on the Buck Hunter. Hell yeah, dude. So again, dude, but that's awesome. But again, like between the Buck Hunter and the Golden Axe game, that's like $1,000 right there. Shit. So it gets expensive, man. It really does. All right, well, let's get back into action figures, guys. Enough of the arcade one-ups. Let's see here. What haven't we talked about? There's a couple more in here. We are kind of getting there. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's go to Star Wars real fast. Let's talk a little Star Wars. This is the Tanta V4 hallway playset. This is on Big Bad Toy Store, and it comes with the Rebel Blockade Trooper, and there is the Rebel Blockade itself from the Tanta V4, obviously the Rebel Blockade runner, from A New Hope. And you know what? I was a 3 3/4 inch collector for years, and we always complained about not having play sets. This looks like a great looking play set, a great looking diorama piece. All that said, I haven't been collecting 3 3/4 inch or displaying Star Wars 3 3/4 inch for years. This is probably a pass for me. What do you think about it, AV?
I'm shocked that it's a pass for you, man. With how much you liked dioramas and stuff like that. I mean, this is. I mean, I get what you're saying about the scale, but I mean, this seems like this would be a no-brainer for your collection.
It's nice. Again, I just don't display 3 3/4 inch anymore. That used to be the cornerstone of my collection, and now it's not.
Yeah, it just seems like I guess if it was bigger, but it seems like for how you like to display things, I mean, for $52, that seems like a layup. But
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. How about you, Uncle Pat? Buy squatter pass for you.
Super hard pass.
I guess I'm an idiot.
No. Listen. Like, yeah, it looks pretty in this picture. I bought the I got that Jabba's Palace playset, okay, which is similar to this. A little bit cheaper, not much, all right, but I got it for $20 because it was on clearance at Walmart, right? What a load of shit! That is $51. I'm telling you right now, that is garbage. There's nothing else to it. It's literally a bit of painted plastic with nothing on the backside, and you just spent $50. $50.
When I see this though, I see Darth Vader behind that sliding door, and the guy is running with the disc, trying to get the Death Star plans to the next dude. That's all I see right there. It's like, oh God, he's coming. We gotta get the plan to the rebels.
I mean, don't get me wrong. From looking at the picture, like that, it's cool looking. And back, like you're right. Back in the day, we would love having some sort of display thing for these figures. But you know what that should cost? $20 max. $20. And that's on the high end because it's just a big slab of plastic. It does come with a figure, but again, this just sort of like, if you couldn't tell, this just kind of grinds my gears a bit with the whole collector markup shit that we do.
We talked about that with the carbon freezing chamber too.
Yeah, and the carbon freezing chamber is better than this. Yeah. But how much was the carbon freezing chamber? It was more expensive than this.
Same amount. I think it was about 50, 60, $70, somewhere in there.
Okay, I might be more. But this is definitely not a $50 piece.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I just don't collect it anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't have to always agree. We can angrily disagree.
No, dude. It's not a disagreement. It's cool. I just don't really collect that anymore, man. It's all good though. All right, let's do one. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, we got two more to do. Let's do two more, and then we'll hang on a second. X plus. Yeah, let's do this one. This is cool. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this. This is a T-800 endoskeleton arm and brain chip from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Look at that thing. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is this is
or is it you have to pose it?
I think you have to pose it. I don't know if it would be cool though, because when your friends come over, you could have it flip them off. So that'd be fun. There's the brain chip. There it is. Oh, look, it's got a little LED in there. It looks like it's a little LED in there.
Yeah.
Of course, it takes AAA batteries, but there you go. Nice little placard there for it. It's nice. Anyway, this is a pass for me. I just wanted to show it off. I just thought it looked kind of cool.
AAA batteries aren't bad. They're, I mean,
it's not like it's. Yeah, we're not talking about LR44 watch batteries. Yeah, it's pretty big. I don't know if 28 inches high. So it's probably life size, right? I would imagine this is life size.
Yeah, that looks. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like that's the average. That's probably like Arnold's forearm, right? I would think.
Why not?
Yeah. So it's a pass for me. I just wanted to show it off. What do you guys think of it?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Am I just like expecting too much from like, it's like a $1,500 piece, and like when it if it actually moved like that, I'd be like, okay, that's $1,500.
I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does.
I bet it doesn't, and it probably also would require AAA batteries.
Yeah.
So just give me a fucking thing I can plug in to the wall. Again, I don't know. I just feel like that's awesome. And if it's all metal, at least this compared to say some of the other things we've seen that are like the expensive. Like how much was that alien thing? It was like $2,000, right?
2,000. Yeah.
I would say this. I don't know. I feel like almost like this is better spent.
I'm trying to read if it actually does that. I don't know.
I bet it doesn't.
I don't. Sometimes when I just like find this stuff, I don't like sit here and do research on it. I just throw it up.
Dude, you're supposed to be an expert at what we're looking.
I should be. I should be an expert. That's on me, but I'm not. I think it's cool. Again, I would never buy it, but I think it's cool. What do you think, AV Club?
I think this is crazy overpriced. Compared to like the the art that went into the alien piece. Versus this. This looks. I mean, it's cool. It's an iconic moment from Terminator 2. Is what it's referencing. But I mean, it just seems like it seems like a really simple piece to make. And it just seems like that's way too much money to pay for something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like Baz is in the house. What's up, Baz from the Red Cup review? Love having Baz with us. He says cool for a Terminator super fan. I would agree with that. If you were like a super fan of the Terminator, this would probably be a must buy. But definitely not for me. Definitely not for me. All right, so let's do one more piece, guys, and then we'll move on to our primary topics. We're at the hour 26 mark, and we don't want to be here all night with you guys. Not that we don't love you guys, but I'm sure you guys have other things to do. So let's move on to let's look at one more piece, and let's see here, and maybe we'll save the rest for another time. Yeah, let's do this piece right here. This looks fun. For only $28, you can get your little dumpster nightlight. This is on SideshowCollectibles.com. And it's a little tiny, like little dumpster fire. Sort of, that's sort of how everyone feels the world is right now.
Yeah,
a little dumpster fire. It's kind of adorable.
20 stamp on it.
Yeah, I think this is adorable. So you just get like 2 pics of it. But there it is. It lights up.
That's great.
Daylight, nighttime. Daylight, nighttime.
It's not so bad because it's smiling.
It's smiling, right? It's only $28. Yeah, this is a pass for me, but I think it's cool. What do you think? What do you think there, Uncle Pat?
Might be a squat. It's camp enough. I can see myself getting behind something like that for 20, and the price is not bad. Lights up at $28.
Yeah.
Look, it's got a better feature than that fucking Tenevie 4 shit playset for right there. Right there, we already got a plus.
How about you, AV Club? Buy squat or fast on the little
This is a squat, but it's something I might consider actually buying. Once we go back to the office, just put it on my desk. So it's very it's a strong squat.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, dude. It's pretty awesome. I kind of like it. Just going to the chat real fast. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight, by the way. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Thursday night. It's always a good time to have you guys. Paul McGrath talking about that Terminator 2 hand. He says, "We'll hold a beer." That would be cool. That'd be kind of cool to have it like displayed with a Miller Lite. That'd be kind of cool. Bass says, "Watching Raised by Wolves from Ridley Scott. Damn good." AV Club.
I told you about this last week.
I know you did.
I think I called you out of the blue and just like, dude, you got to watch this show. It's incredible sci-fi. Ridley Scott, he's a master of sci-fi. Maybe we can talk about a little bit more about that at the end, after we talk about Mandalorian. But it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty damn awesome. Pretty cool. I started watching. They actually had the first episode on YouTube. I was gonna watch it. I'll get to it, man.
That's an HBO Max.
Yes,
it's exclusive to HBO Max. They premiered the first 3 episodes, and now they're like I think they premiered. I think they're on episode 5 now. But it's man, that guy knows how to build. That guy knows how to world build, and he knows dark sci-fi. Man, he is on top of it.
Oh man, Ridley Scott's awesome. I know Prometheus gets a lot of shit, but you and I have talked about this in the past, AV Club. That opening scene in Prometheus with the
engineers,
like doing the life
showing how they create life around the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, it was captivating. You know, I was just like, I was hooked from that end. It's like, I've never seen anything like this. Like the tone and atmosphere, you know, and just like, who are these creatures, you know? And it's just, it was like, you know, just, you know, for somebody that consumes a lot of sci-fi to be that blown away by something so original, it was just, and, you know, I'll say that he does that again in this, you know, where it's just,
Nice.
you know, it's just like, man, you know, this is fucking original. You know, this is great.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember seeing Prometheus in the theater with Uncle Pat there, and you know what, that movie doesn't get the love it deserves because I thought it was pretty damn good. It's like the best non-aliens movie ever, dude. It's great.
Yeah, no, I think it gets way too much criticism as well. You know.
Yeah, I agree. Well, anyway, guys, let's move on to our primary topic here with the 1 hour 30-minute mark. And we were talking about the Mandalorian tonight because the Mandalorian season 2 trailer dropped. Is that premiering October 30th? I think
30th
plus
October 30th, Friday, October 30th.
Yes. So let's get to that right now. I'm going to throw up the trailer, and I don't think there's sound associated with this, but we're going to watch the trailer. And if you haven't seen the trailer already, maybe you want to go away. I don't want to encourage you to go away. But if you want to see the trailer like unencumbered by our commentary, you might want to go away. But please don't if you already have, because we're just going to kind of talk over it a little bit. I don't think I'm going to play sound on it. If I can find it. Where the hell did I put it? Hang on. There it is. Share. And we're going to blow this thing up. And okay, there it is. And we are primed up. And let me go back to it. Once again, we are going to play the trailer. And I don't think there's going to be sound in this, but we're going to talk over it a little bit. So this looks gorgeous. Look at that gas giant there. I don't think that's Yavin, but that looks great. And there's the ship. Look how good that looks.
It's got a busted engine.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the Mandalorian too, is how gritty it is.
Right. And there's our character. There's our hero there with Baby Yoda, aka the child, aka the MacGuffin. Oh, look at the bantha.
Oh man, sand people.
Oh, so good looking. Man. See, I watched this and I don't want to complain about the sequels, but why couldn't they have just given us this to begin with?
No, I know. No, that's exactly what I thought about. You know, when I started watching the original Mandalorian, it's just like, this is what we've always wanted. We just wanted everything to be expanded upon of what we already know.
Yeah. Oh, look at them. They're at sea there.
That's Mon Calamari.
Yeah. Oh, look at the X-Wings. Did you guys see the X-Wings? I love that.
There's some cool speeder bike stuff coming up here in a sec.
Got some stormtroopers. Oh,
there.
Yeah, I mean, he has to deal with everybody. You know, it's great.
Oh, look at that.
Gamorreans.
Gamorrean guards fighting in the ring.
So good. Oh, this is cool.
Bang! Yeah.
So damn awesome.
I'm encouraged.
You know, as much as the latest trilogy sucked, this gets it so right.
Yeah, exactly. We'll play it again. This is courtesy of IGN here, just to give credit, obviously via Lucasfilm/Disney. But we'll play it again and just kind of keep talking. What is your immediate reaction? Let's go to the skeptic. Let's go to Uncle Pat first.
I'll say that it's positive. It's encouraging. It's definitely continuing to play on the same theme before, right? I get my biggest concern was that it was going to be less the Mandalorian and more the MacGuffin, right? Because the world loves Baby Yoda and that's our focus. When in fact the coolest fucking character in this, has Beskar armor. So I'm encouraged to see that at least they don't tend to be playing the kid up too much, right? It's definitely like we need to get him. It's the next step in the story, and that's like we need to get him to his people. So that's encouraging. And we see there still seems to be a lot of focus on the Mandalorian, his action, his fighting skills, right, and overcoming odds. So plus giving us all kind of flavor, like X-wing fighters and some of the characters we see later on here. I mean, besides this awesome ass scene with the
Oh God.
so badass. But later on here, right, you'll see you'll just see some aliens that are from like the Gamorreans. We got that guy from the Mos Eisley Cantina. That's the species. That's what they're doing really well. They're keeping like this feels like Star Wars because we are able to recognize the characters, right? We're able to even if it's not the same, their background character, it just feels like Star Wars, right? We recognize these guys from things we've seen in the past. So I'm encouraged. I'm very encouraged.
That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear you say that, Uncle Pat. I'm just going to keep playing it a few more times, guys. And AV Club, what are your thoughts, man?
No, man. I mean, to just carry off what Pat said. I mean, this is. I mean, I guess what my, what I loved so much. Probably if I can point to a single moment from the first season of The Mandalorian that I loved the most is when he just met up with the Jawas and got inside the sandcrawler, and it's like. They start, and then I realized that they're going to do all these things that I've always just been like I wanted to learn more about in the Star Wars universe. Like they showed us the inside of a sandcrawler. It's like, yes, I want to see that. And in this one, they're showing us that they're going to Mount Calamari, where Admiral Akbar's race is from, and the squid people. I'm drawing a blank, but there they are, right there. So
they're called Tessic.
Yeah. So we're going to see that planet, and I've always wanted to see that planet. I've seen that planet from the Clone Wars cartoon series with I think Kit Fisto was his name, but I mean it's just like we get to freaking see these things. It's like it's such a huge universe, and this is going to take us to those places that we've already heard about in the past. And it's just like it's not throwing a bunch of new crap out of us. It's just expanding upon like I think what you said to me in the past is like it's kind of like coloring around the edges of what we already know about the Star Wars universe, and that's it's totally made for us, and it's just I can't wait. The Gamorrean guards, they got the vibro axes, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah, it's just everything about it, man. It just gives you more details of the Star Wars universe, and it's again, it's made for us. I love it. I
love that reaction. I love that reaction, AV Club. Just to go to the chat real fast, Chicken Fried Steak is in the house. What is up, Chicken Fried Steak? And we love having you here, brother. And let me hang on. Let me reset this so we don't go off to some weird video that okay. I just want to keep playing this for a little bit longer while we talk about it because the visuals are so striking and so beautiful, and it just oh man, I want so bad to get back to a level with my Star Wars fandom where like I am super like just like October 30th can't get here fast enough.
Right.
I'm not there yet. I'm with Uncle Pat on that, and that my fandom is still hurt. And I'm still hurt by what happened with the sequel trilogy. I really just want those movies to go away forever. And I know some people like them and to be respectful to them. I understand, but at the same time, that's not my Star Wars. This is my Star Wars. I just really wish this was what we got post Return of the Jedi, because to me, the Star Wars saga is 1 through 6, and everything else should just like augment and enhance it, just like you said.
Yes.
Coloring around the coloring outside the lines a little bit. This looks gorgeous. I am getting excited to see this now that I'm watching it more. I love the X-Wings there. And you know what? It's just absolutely, this looks great. It looks really, really good. Don't you guys love that freaking Apollo Creed is in this series?
Oh my God. When I saw him in the original trailer, it was just like, thank you. And then I did look up a little bit of the cast members for season 2. Michael Biehn from Aliens, who we were talking about earlier, he's in this. He's in the season. Rosario Dawson is in this season.
No way. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's got. I'm drawing a blank on the other ones, but then Giancarlo. I'm drawing a blank on his last name, but anyway, the cast is going to be phenomenal. So it's and Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian. He knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty amped. Let's go. Okay, so real fast, Uncle Pat, is there any way this series could get you to buy a life-size Baby Yoda?
Totally could, dude.
I love it. Okay, there's hope. There's a ray of hope. Go elaborate.
So my issue with the character, in the first season was he's just sort of he is literally a MacGuffin. He's just there, and he kind of advances the plot point lazily. Anytime they get in a scrape, force magic, and he saves the fucking day. So and then you throw on top of that, and maybe I shouldn't let other people's opinions, but when the masses are all, he's so cute and adorable, I'm just like, yeah, fuck you, I'm out.
You don't like it. You don't like it when I'm getting texts from my sister that my beautiful, lovely little step niece is drawing Baby Yodas in preschool. You don't like that?
Well, no, that's okay.
Okay.
No, it's dude, it's all the wine moms out there that are, all these people that are they're not fans of this shit.
Yeah, wine moms
they
kind
get
of
beat up in high school.
Wine moms kind of wrecked Star Wars. I'll agree with you there.
Dude, I had to fight people sometimes for my love of this shit. So when I get droves of it at me on the internet and in social in the world about how it's acceptable, it's cool now. Fuck you. So right there, that's where all this comes from, right? I've got a lot of issues, apparently.
No, hey, listen. I feel the same way about like the freaking Marvel comics and X-Men because I read that stuff, pretty hardcore, and none of my other friends read it, but it was kind of like, you freaking nerd, you read comics and stuff like that. But now it's like, MCU rules Hollywood,
Right.
Everybody wants a piece of it.
Right. So I feel like that's where this character's been for me. So
Yeah. Not to throw a football metaphor in it, but we always talked about this, Uncle Pat, and I know AV Club can relate. But we were always like as Denver Bronco fans when we had really good years, like because we were into it from preseason to regular season. We followed the team like every time there was an injury, a transaction, we were following it, talking about it, engaging in it. And that's how I kind of feel about geek culture. That's how we were 15, 20 years ago. We were everything. We were engaging in it, following it, loving it. And it's like when your team reaches the Super Bowl, when your beloved team reaches the Super Bowl, all of a sudden everybody's a super fan and everyone acts like they've been there the whole time. And that's where your legitimate gripe is with where geek culture is right now, and AV Club as well. Is that now that it's like been accepted as mainstream, hey, we've been here the whole time, guys. And you know what? This was the same shit that we got crap for loving back in high school and back in middle school and even in college to a certain degree, that like loving this stuff was like looked down on and frowned upon. And you know what? The fact that I had a Star Wars collection meant that I couldn't get a date. And now all of a sudden everybody's like, all over this shit and talking about it in the office, and it makes you want to pow, 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 pow. Right?
Exactly, dude. So what I see is I don't see anything that says this is going to be worse, right? Like I don't see them doubling down on that character. Like all we're gonna do is follow around the Baby Yoda. What I see is they're continuing the story arc, and at least it seems to be.
God, I'm drunk.
The same quote. I love it.
Well, in the trailer, I mean, they talk about how. I mean, he's basically being instructed he's told that the Jedi are, lifelong enemies of the Mandalorians, but he's also being instructed to return this, Baby Yoda to the Jedi, so he's conflicted with it, but so I think that's a pretty interesting aspect of it. And if you look on when they're on Mount Calamari, that you can see a Jedi, behind one of the crates, like it's coming up right here.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah, that's obviously a Jedi. And we don't play the audio, but they talk a lot about like sorcerers and stuff. Like they're referring to the Jedi as sorcerers.
Well, and that's the beauty of this too, right? Is that with the whole, I won't get into a sequel bashing thing, but the whole sequel thing, right? It's all Force Jedis, blah blah blah. This really makes it feel more like the way they talk about it in this series, that the Jedi are extinct, right? That they're almost like myth, and that's more true to what.
That's true to the timeline. Exactly.
It is true to the timeline, right? So I love that. That's playing more into what Star Wars should be and what it's about. And, but I mean, I do want to point out that one thing I have noticed with the Baby Yoda is he seems to be a bit more, and maybe this is I'm reading into what I want to see. He seems to be a bit more emotive to the Mandalorian, right? So I almost feel like maybe they're going to give us a little bit of character building with him, and that's my one other biggest gripe was that he's just there.
Right.
Give us a character. I want to see emotion and some depth. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It's a kid, but there should be something. And they seem like they're playing off a little bit, right? There's more of a relationship between the two now. They're looking to each other in situations. So it's very small. It's a teaser trailer, but that's where my hope comes from, right? That maybe I'll love Baby Yoda by the end of this.
Let's get into that a little bit. Let's get into that a little bit because I do have actually some questions beyond our reactions to the trailer. Okay, so just to put you guys, and I sent you guys these notes earlier, so hopefully you guys have some ideas in your mind. What do you want to see from season 2? What is your hope for season 2? Go ahead. Let's start with the AV Club.
Oh, I mean, I think I already talked about it. I mean, I can't wait to see more of Mon Calamari. Admiral Akbar. I'm a big fan of the Admiral. So I can't wait to see more of that. And then they talk about returning him into his species in the trailer. So does that mean we're going to see more of these? Whatever species Yoda is, are we going to see a bunch of them? So I'm just I can't wait to see see what they reveal. But it's the little stuff that really gets me geeked out about this show. Stuff that where they just add that extra little detail. So that's what I got.
Nice. How about you, Uncle Pal? What would you like to see in season 2? What would give you your nerdgasm in season 2?
Well, there's rumors of some sort of a Boba Fett connection. So that would be all in there. I want to see more exploration of Mandalorian culture, right? And the Mandalorians and how they're surviving in this time frame,
right? As opposed to like the Clone Wars depiction of the Mandalorians, right?
Correct, right? And these are obviously different because they're not Mandalore, right? They're not Mandalorians truly. They're not from Mandalore. They've adopted the culture as to survive, right? With Mandalore was obviously destroyed by the Empire. They've developed a culture that sort of incorporates kids that they find, right? And they bring them into the fold and teach them their ways, and that's cool. So I like to see that. Let's see that explored in how a Boba Fett would fit. Because remember, Boba Fett and Jango Fett, they weren't Mandalorians, right? There's a whole other story with them, right? So it'd be cool to see that explored a lot more. And part of me doesn't want to see where Yoda's species from. I know a lot of people disagree with me.
But you want to keep it a mystery.
I like the mystery.
I would like to.
It makes Yoda special.
Yeah. No, I think what I'd also like to see it too is just just reading about it as far as like how the Mandalorians were basically the only tribe, if you will, that could actually handle themselves against Jedi. And we saw a little bit of that in episode 2 with Jango and Obi-Wan.
I love that you dropped an episode 2 reference into this.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I just love it, man. I love it.
I mean, so it shows that they can. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the that the Jedi are just basically these badass samurais. But I want to see Mandalorians being able to hold their own against these guys.
Yeah.
See some more Mandalorian action. Some of the best parts of that first season, right? Were those battles or where he was outnumbered, outgunned, and he would find a way to win, right? That's what I love. And I want to see more of that in this season. I'm sure we will too, but
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like 5 beers in, guys, but I'm getting really stoked for this series. I got to tell you. Just talking about it.
Positive about it too,
Yeah, just talking about it. Honestly, I'd watched that trailer once since before we got on the live stream, and then like watching it on repeat over and over again. I've been watching sort of the visuals, and you're right, dude. It's like this is all we've asked for since the beginning. Right. Why was that so hard? It's like Michael Bay Transformers, and they give us 5 minutes of awesomeness in Bumblebee. It's the same thing.
It is.
I know. That's exactly right. I mean, Uncle Pat showed us his Devastator tonight, but Michael Bay just completely screwed up Devastator in the movies. It was just like, what the hell?
He had balls, AB. He had
a pyramid. I hate it, but then it's like, you see Bumblebee, and it's like, that's all I want.
Yeah, you see Soundwave ejecting Ravage, you see Brawn, you see Mirage.
Yeah.
Not to get on a Transformer thing while we're talking about Star Wars, but that's all I wanted. And this is like looking at the visuals in this season 2. That's all we asked for. People act. This is such a pet peeve of mine, guys. And I'm going to go off on a little bit of a soapbox. I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute.
Do it.
But so many people act like Star Wars fans are hard to please. That pisses me off. We're not hard to please. We just want good stories. We want to be familiarized with the universe that we love. We want to be in the sandbox, all right? But we want the familiar yet the new. And I don't think that's really asking a lot.
No, it's not. It's like I hope he goes to freaking Cloud City. We see parts of Cloud City that we've never seen before. Stuff like that.
Whatever, that's fine as long as it's a good story and it's
I just want to see expand upon what we already know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just like you go back and you watch. And I'm not going to make this into a sequel bashing thing, but you go back and you watch The Force Awakens, and it's like J.J. Abrams made such an attempt to remove what was Star Wars from Star Wars. Like you go into you go into Maz Kanata's cantina scene, and there's no recognizable aliens in there. There's no Tessix. There's no squid heads. There's none of the aliens. There's none of the familiar environmentals that make Star Wars. And that's why it doesn't work. But this works because you see the familiars, but you also get the new. It's just a marriage. It's like Cobra Kai. Have you guys had an opportunity to watch Cobra Kai yet?
Not yet.
I've heard nothing but outstanding things though.
All right, well, it's on Netflix. You guys got no excuse. I watched it back when it was on YouTube Red or YouTube Prime or whatever, Premium. You got no excuses now. It's on Netflix. I want a full book report next stream. Guys, I've had several. I'm sorry, but no. Cobra Kai is like the ultimate marriage of like how you can adequately like give legacy characters their due while introducing a next generation of characters, passing the torch, but doing it respectful and doing it in a way that keeps the old school fans happy and keeping the new school fans happy. It's not hard. Not hard. Right. And The Mandalorian is doing that. I just wish we would have gotten this before we got what we got. That's all I got to say. What just to move on to the next topic, what characters, if any, would you like to see in season 2, if any? Let's start with AV. Are there any characters you want to see in this, Ahsoka or anyone?
I think Ahsoka is in this, is in this season. So yeah, that'd be great. Great tie-in to Clone Wars. But no, I feel like I've already looked at too much, from season 2. So I just want to be surprised. I can't wait though. So.
Yeah. How about you, Uncle Pat? Is there any character you want to see?
Well, I kind of mentioned, Boba Fett, which if done right, I'm all about it. But honestly, beyond that, I don't want to see anybody else I recognize. Like, I don't want to see original trilogy characters. And I think that's where I've always felt like the franchise needed to go was even in these sequel movies, they shouldn't have been sequels. But if they were sequels, we shouldn't have had any of the original characters in there. Only maybe nods, right? Let's create a new universe and move forward. So Boba Fett would be all right if done properly, which is tough. But otherwise, as long as you give me that flavor, the flavor's there, man.
Yeah.
Just keep going with the flavor. And I have my new characters. I love the Mandalorian. I love fucking Action Jackson, Carl Weathers. And Cara Deen, I think she's badass and she's fun and she's different. So they should have kept IG-11. My only gripe is we should have never got rid of IG-11. There was no reason for that. He was a great character to add into that group. Maybe we get a new droid of some kind, a new assassin droid. That could be cool. Maybe I'll say that.
No, I think the appeal of the Mandalorian is just like I was saying earlier is the grittiness. I mean, he really is just scrapping to like make a living, And if he he runs into like a super recognizable major character, it feels like it's almost cheating. It's just like no, he's trying to make his way, in this universe, and it's just I enjoy watching him. It's like the first couple episodes he he collected a bounty and he got like a small piece of new armor, and it's just like it's fun to watch the struggle of him, of his character, and then if all of a sudden he becomes best friends with like somebody like a Lando Calrissian or something like that, it doesn't really make sense.
It's character growth, right? We're watching him struggle, and everything's not handed to him. He has to work for it from day one, and sometimes he loses, sometimes he wins, and sometimes he needs little help from his friend.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had it on today while I was working. I had the Mandalorian on, and like that scene when he gets his ass kicked by that hairy rhinoceros, and it's just like. He kills the rhinoceros, but then he gets like the egg, but his like armor is all beat to hell, and it's like they show him going through he doesn't have backup armor, so he's going through the painstaking process of like repairing it, it's like this is all he's got, so I love that about this character.
And just let me say this, Jar Jar, Baz says Paul and Baz are talking about Jar Jar. I wouldn't be mad if we had some Jar Jar love. Why not? I love Jar Jar. Everybody hates Jar Jar, but I love me some Jar Jar.
I gotta say, first off, Danny Lee, you're a badass, dude. I think I've said that before. So holy shit, what are you doing there, man? You like zip lining in the rainforest there? That's fucking badass, man. I know you're not climbing the walls at the Cafe Rainforest there. That's fucking badass. I don't know what you're doing there. Guys, I'm tanked. I'm sorry.
There's no apologies on the plastered planet.
Dude, I'm drinking beer and I'm eating Oreos, and I'm with my brothers talking about Star Wars. I'm in a good place. I want to see, and a Toy Mafia touched on this way back in the comments too. I'm still waiting for my apology for The Last Jedi. And I want to see it done in the Mandalorian. And it doesn't have to be like even a speaking role. It can be subtle. It can be even in the background. But they're alluding to Jedi, and there's only one Jedi in this time era that is like the head of all the shit. Dude, I want to see Luke Skywalker kick some fucking ass in this series. At some point, I want to see Luke Skywalker. They need to apologize to me, and I've been still waiting. Every day I go out to the mailbox. I open the mailbox and I look for my letter from Lucasfilm that says, Knick-Knack, we're sorry. We're really sorry. We know you've spent like $50,000 on Star Wars merchandise over the course of your entire life. We're really sorry we did that to Luke Skywalker, and we're going to make it better. I want to see that. I want to see one, like I said, he doesn't have to have a scene. He doesn't have to like interact with Baby Yoda or the Mandalorian. But I want to see something that shows that Luke Skywalker is the Grand Master of the Jedi that we all know him to be, especially if you're a fan of the expanded universe. The whole thing since Disney took over has been such a slap in the face to anyone who loved the expanded universe, loved the original trilogy, or loved the prequel trilogy. And they owe us an apology, people. And I want to see it start with this season with some kick-ass Luke Skywalker. What do you guys think? Uncle Pat, what do you think, man?
As much as I would love that, I mean, it won't happen. But
okay, this is now the McLaughlin hour. Wrong! AV Club, what do you think? Luke Skywalker, legend or awesome? Go!
I think I think that's
wrong.
It's too big of a character for this show.
Wrong. I'm sorry. I'm like funneling my inner Dana Carvey here, but you know what I'm saying.
Why don't we just have
Luke
Skywalker show is what they need to do.
They do need a Luke Skywalker show, and you know what? There's an actor out there that actually has like a stunning resemblance to Mark Hamill, and I'd be okay with a recasting. I mean, like going back to like J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. Like, I never had a problem with Chris Pine as Captain Kirk. I actually thought he was pretty good.
Agreed.
I just hated the writing, and I hated the the fact that they made the Enterprise and it looked like a freaking Apple store. But other than that, all right, guys. So one more question: how does this rank? How does the Mandalorian so far rank in terms of other Star Wars media? What are your guys' thoughts? Like, how does it rank in terms of like the Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the sequel trilogy? Where does this rank for you guys? That's sort of an open-ended question. It's sort of unfair, but
let's narrow a field a little bit. Let's say in video content. So books, comic books, and books are out. Video games.
Okay,
are
fair
out.
enough.
Let's just
So,
stick
like,
with movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
It's in fifth place for me. It's after the original trilogy and after Revenge of the Sith. This is my favorite Star Wars.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's some good placement there.
Yeah.
If you were like power ranking NFL teams, I would say that was good.
No, that's how I feel about it. I mean, the first couple of the episode 1 and 2 I liked, but I have criticism of them. Episode 3 is great, but that's where it belongs. It's number 5.
Nice. How about you, Uncle Pat?
I wouldn't rank it that high. It's below the saga. Then the saga ends with 6.
Saga ends with 6. We need to make. We were going to make Knick-Knack Plastic Planet T-shirts with that hashtag on it.
I promise.
Saga ends at 6.
I promise we will.
Because the Mandalorian isn't part of the saga. It's like an augmented, like outside of the saga kind of thing, right?
It is, and I would say this. For me, it ties with the Clone Wars animated cartoon. So, and not the Genndy Tartakovsky. That's below the digital animated one, right? That we have 6, 7 seasons of, whatever you want to call. I'll say 6 because I didn't like the 7th season. But we have that the Mandalorian goes in line with that. So mine's the Saga of 6. Then the Mandalorian is tied with the Clone Wars.
Ooh, okay.
And then we've got Rogue One, and then the Genndy Tartakovsky stuff, which I love. And then after that, there is no more Star Wars. So here we are. For me.
I love Paul. He's all original trilogy, and he's in descending order. He's like you, Uncle Pat. He likes the Return of the Jedi, I'm guessing. 654, Mando, Rogue One, then everything else. That's fair. Okay, so for me, original trilogy is obviously the pedestal. The gold standard, original trilogy, obviously.
Yeah.
I love the prequels, guys. I've always loved the prequels. I know episode 1 and 2 aren't everyone's favorite. They're your favorite, Uncle Pat. I got such good memories of watching those movies with my friends. We were just out of college when those movies came out. We had no responsibility but all the freedom in the world. And all we did was like watch Star Wars and go out and buy Star Wars toys. That was like the best time of collecting ever, was around the prequels.
It's amazing.
And I know there's some dialogue issues in the prequels. I know that there's some pacing issues with the prequels, but I love the prequels, even episode 1 and 2. And I have such good memories. I have good memories of episode 1 because I saw that movie 6 months after I just got out of college, and like I said, we didn't have a care in the world, and all we did was I had every single episode 1 Hasbro figure before we even went to the movie, just like you, Uncle Pat, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
dude. If I could sidetrack for a quick second, I agree with what you're saying about that time in our lives. As far as seeing episode 1 when it came out, I mean, that was an event. And we actually had a massive tornado in Oklahoma right before that movie came out, and
That's
so
back when you were in the Navy, right?
back when I was in the Navy. But one of the first things we did after the tornado is we went. Me and my 4 Navy buddies. I still Zoom chat with those guys all the time. And then my high school buddies were coming in from a wedding down in Louisiana, so I was able to coordinate it. So my best friends from high school, my best friends in the Navy, we all went and saw Star Wars Episode 1. And the atmosphere in the theater, plus me being with all those close friends. I'm never going to top that feeling in a movie theater. I remember one of my friends like going up and down the aisle like it was a football game, like just high-fiving everybody, like, yeah, and it's like the lights were still on in the theater, but it was so jacked, and it was just like that was to elaborate on what you're saying. I mean, I don't think I'll ever have that feeling again.
So cool. So cool. And you know what? And episode 2 conversely came out the same summer I was getting married to my lovely, lovely wife. I was marrying this chick that summer. Look at that chick. She's hot. I was marrying this hottie that summer.
Yeah.
And, I remember we were at my bachelor party. Uncle Pat put on my bachelor party. And we were like in like downtown Denver, hanging out, drinking, getting toasty, getting warm. And we're all like, well, what should we do now? And like we had 2 options. One was to go to Shotgun Willie's, which is a local strip club. And the other one was go to see episode 2 Attack of the Clones for like the 4th time. And we almost went to Attack of the Clones. We went to Shotgun Willie's, but we almost went to Attack of the Clones.
We did. It was close.
And Uncle Pat bought me a lap dance, and she touched my wiener. It was great. It was great. We almost went to Attack of the Clones, and I have no regrets. That's why that movie's kind of special to me, even though, the pacing in it's not real good. The love story's a little hokey, even though I think George Lucas was kind of going for a classic romance between 2 star-crossed lovers like Romeo and Juliet, who were like, you had a Jedi Knight who had been, basically taken into the Jedi Order at 9 years old. And you're not talking, and you had Queen Amidala, Senator Amidala, who had been in politics her whole life. She was a senator. So you had 2 people that had no social skills courting each other. And so, of course, they're going to be weird. And it's like, it's weird. It's like I see my son with his girlfriend, my 15-year-old son with his girlfriend. It reminds me of Anakin and Padme. It's weird. So in a way, that movie makes sense, even though people give it shit. So I love that movie. I love Attack of the Clones. Anyway, and then Revenge of the Sith is its own thing. It's fucking awesome.
That's right.
So the prequels are like, you have the original trilogy. You got the prequels. You got Rogue One for me. Then The Mandalorian.
Okay.
Then the Clone Wars. Then Star Wars Rebels. Then Droids. Ewoks. The Christmas special.
Yeah.
Then the sequel trilogy. In that order.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Now, are we talking Ewoks the cartoon?
Ewoks the cartoon. No.
Ewoks
Ewoks and the Battle for Endor starring Wilford Brimley is the sequel trilogy for me.
There you go.
Dark. Didn't the parents like get wasted at the beginning?
Yeah, they did in the second film.
Yeah.
So the first film was all about finding the parents. You had the kid, you had the brother and the little sister.
Yeah.
The little sister's name was Crystal. I don't remember what the brother's name was, but I just remember the Ewoks speaking English, which was really really weird.
Oh wow.
Dude, I was all in. I was like, well, it's fucking Star Wars.
But don't you remember Wicket speaking English? It was weird. Yeah, like, Crystal, yab, Crystal. It was weird.
Yeah, that's unsettling.
Still better than The Last Jedi. Yeah. And then in the first scene of the second movie in Ewoks, you had the Ewok Adventure, and then you had Ewoks Battle for Endor. And the first scene of Battle for Endor, the mom, the dad who is the principal in the Breakfast Club. The dad is the principal in the Breakfast Club. I don't remember the actor's name.
You're not so sad about him getting taken out then.
They all get wasted in the first 5 minutes of Ewoks Battle for Endor, and then in the end of it, Wicket and the Ewoks deliver Crystal, the little girl, to Wilford Brimley, who of course takes her aboard her Star Cruiser and raises her, and probably teaches her to be a really good Major League Baseball player and eat Quaker Oats and watch her diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Yeah, that's right. B. Arthur was in the Xmas special. That's right. She was the bartender.
She was.
Yeah. Anyway, guys. So Uncle Pat, did you say where this ranked in your media with The Mandalorian? You
Oh
already-
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
and
Good
you
call.
said too.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. We're at the 2 hour 9 mark minute. Let's go real fast to pop culture book report, and this is where we talk about things, random shit we've watched over the course of the last couple weeks that we want to talk about. And let's go to AV Club. You got anything to talk about?
Yeah, like I said, watching Raised by Wolves. If you have a chance, highly recommend it. The first episode, it's two droids are on an escape pod, and they're landing on a uninhabited planet, and they have 12 human embryos, and they're tasked with basically creating a colony on this planet. And I'll leave it there, but it takes a turn. It starts off for about 40 minutes where it's like, seems pretty normal, but then it takes a hard turn, and it's Ridley Scott, and it's fucking great sci-fi. And then the other show I'm watching is The Boys. I'm on episode 4 of season 2 of The Boys, and it's basically another kind of like a dark take on basically Justice League, where it's just like, you can imagine the Justice League if they were like kind of like agents of the government, and they all had like serious mental problems, So it's an Amazon Prime show, and it's pretty interesting.
Nice. Just to talk about, we're talking about B. Arthur there in the chat. Paul McGrath says she's the hottest Golden Girl. I would disagree. I kind of think Rose is kind of AKA Betty White, is kind of the hottest Golden Girl, but honestly, Blanche would be awesome to get on.
She's a cougar.
Blanche would rock your cock.
Yeah.
Don't you
Them, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what I was always when I was younger watching that show. I'm like, that's where I'd go.
You don't work too hard either to land Blanche.
Oh, not even a little bit.
No.
Betty White's really pretty lady. She's still a pretty lady in her 90s, but
Yeah.
I think the wonderful woman that played Blanche, like you could just tell Blanche did things that other ladies don't do.
Yeah. She's down.
Yeah. Blanche. Yeah. Let's see here. Paul says started watching High Score on Netflix. Good nostalgia. Our good friend Ginty recommended High Score as well. I started watching it, and I kind of got turned off by all the nerd tech and all the guy that was hanging out at the at the school of super math nerds or whatever. I don't, guys, I'm drunk.
College.
Yeah, I kind of got like
at college doing the video game where he was extending I can't remember the game.
I think it was at MIT, and they improved
MIT, and they were like putting more like asteroid games in the student lab.
Yeah, they made
Expansions, basically, right?
They expanded upon Missile Command. They made a Super Missile Command.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, okay, good for you, but I just couldn't get past that. I'm like, can we just talk about Pac-Man and Super Mario? Thank you.
Baz wants to talk about the Dune trailer.
I haven't seen the Dune trailer. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I love the original Dune, even though it's a little slow, but it's like Dune is like in the same like ilk as like Star Trek: The Motion Picture for me. What do you guys think about Dune?
I saw Dune when I was 8 years old, and it was so confusing to me at that time, and it's David Lynch, and he's already out there to begin with. And I like David Lynch, but that's not his genre to be tackling. But the trailer looks really freaking good. I'm very excited about this movie. The cast is solid. It's got Oscar Isaac. It's got Josh Brolin. It's got Jason Momoa. It's got who's the guy who played Drax? The not WWE, like the UFC fighter. He played Drax in the MCU. But anyway, it looks. This looks like the Dune movie that we should have gotten a long time ago.
Yeah, I love the fact that the old Dune had Patrick Stewart. Uncle Pat, can you talk about Dune while I go pee real fast?
Yeah, I gotta go do that too.
I'll just talk about myself with the fans. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, seriously, can you handle the show for like a minute?
All right.
You got it, dude. You got it. Go.
All right, I'm gonna go to the chat, guys, because apparently this is Uncle Pat's plastered planet now. All right, let's go to the chat a little bit here and see what you guys have to say. The Boys. So I see Paul is talking about The Boys. I gotta tell you, I got through the first 3 episodes, and I was like, it was just too depressing. I couldn't get past. It was like I get it, Justice League and all the superheroes. Let's make them people and make them realistic, and that was kind of a fucking drag. So, yeah, I lost interest in the boys pretty quick. Let me say this about Dune. I need to watch the trailer. I have not seen the trailer yet. I can't believe these fuckers left me by myself. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I was a big fan of the original movie, and I love Patrick Stewart. I love him and everything. But it was so weird and twisted and just dark, and I was into it even at a young age. I thought that was an amazing cinematic movie, so different than anything else out there. But the beauty of it is, I'm not so tied to it that if they remake it, more aligned with what the book was supposed to be, because I know there was a difference. I wouldn't be opposed. So I'm gonna have to go watch that trailer and check it out. So.
Dude, Uncle Pat, you are a legend, dude. We didn't even lose a viewer while I was peeing. I had to pee so bad. Honestly,
that was a pity hang on. Everybody was like, "Oh fuck, they just."
Dude, I was honestly about to let it go. I really was. I really was. It was gonna make a mess though, so I didn't want to do that. But yeah, no, I'm all about a new Dune. I love the old Dune. Yeah, I schedule movies like AV Club. I schedule movies for a living. I used to get shit for scheduling Dune in prime time because like my old boss is like, no one wants to watch that slow ass sci-fi shit. Yeah, it was good shit. Dune's good shit. Yeah, Uncle Pat did a good job. So anyway,
Thanks, Uncle Pat.
Uncle Pat, you got anything to talk about? Any pop culture book report?
Well, two things. And I don't know if I've talked about this before, I might have, so I apologize. But I'm totally caught up on Supernatural. Like I watched that show religiously when it first came out, and that's when it was really good. Then they got into the whole angel and demon shit. But because I've been working from home and I've got a monitor right here and my work monitor is here, it's just running, and TNT just plays that shit during the day. So I'm literally like, I'm working, I'm doing stuff, conference calls, and Supernatural's running right here. So I totally got caught up with like, I don't know, with like 15.
What is it, like 20 seasons?
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Dude,
like,
I started watching that show when my wife and I were newlyweds.
Right?
When this sexy lady and I started watching the Supernatural together.
I watched that show before my first marriage.
Yeah.
And my second marriage. So that's how long. But I like drifted off. So I loved it. I'd love to catch up. I mean, I love those two guys. I love them and other stuff they've done, but great show, a lot of fun. And so I've totally caught back up on Supernatural. But the big thing I'm excited about, this is not something I've seen, is the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. It's coming to HBO Max.
Yes!
It's going to be so fucking awesome. Have you guys seen that trailer for that?
I haven't, but I'm so excited. I like Marvel fans. You're on notice, man.
You're on notice, dude. That shit
DC's coming for you. You hear that, AV Club? DC's coming.
No, I agree. You know,
what do you think of the trailer?
What they saw, like what they were doing to it, it's just like, well, what the hell? Why did they do that originally? You know, it's just great.
Right.
So, yeah. Speaking of DC, so I picked this up this week for my pop culture book report. This is Superman, Man of Tomorrow. DC animated is really goddamn good.
It's the best.
Like this is a PG-13 animated film, and it's got your favorite character in it from the DC universe, Lobo, Uncle Pat, and he's awesome in it because he says bad words.
Oh, he cusses and shit. Yeah, he's last Cesarian, dude. He doesn't give a fuck.
This is awesome. This is a really good film. A really, really good DVD. So I picked this up this week. This is part of my, I recommend it. You know, it's not like the end all be all best Superman I've ever seen, but it's a really nice origin story. It really is. It deals with Clark Kent / Superman as a young man in sort of like a neo-modern metropolis. It's like, not like it's sort of, you know, it's very independent. It's its own thing. But you get to see Parasite in this one. You get to see Lobo. You get to see a very conniving Lex Luthor. Very good. I recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, HBO Max also has like I've been meaning to do that as well. They have a lot of their animated content for DC on HBO.
Yeah, you know what? For all the shit DC gets, man, they blow it out of the park with their animated.
Doesn't HBO Max have like aren't they also covering those DC the DC TV shows like Teen Titans? I guess it's just called Titans. And the other one, sorry, this is where I've been drinking and it comes into play. I can't remember shit. Doom Patrol. I think it's got those, doesn't it?
I think so. I'm not sure what HBO Max. Do you have HBO Max, AV?
Yeah, I do. It's free with my Comcast subscription, but I haven't used it as much as I should. Raised by Wolves really drawn me into going into the service, the website for it. Yeah. So, but I need to explore it a little bit more.
I will say this to you guys: if you haven't watched Titans and you haven't watched Doom Patrol, highly recommend both. Okay. And there's and then the Swamp Thing that came out. It had its moments. It had its down spots. There was some good stuff there.
I never finished Swamp Thing. I liked it. I just never finished it.
Yeah, there's some good spots, some dead spots, some kind of slowed down, but all in all, good stuff. I really liked. But I got to tell you, man, Titans. That's like everybody got upset when there was that scene where Robin's like, fuck Batman, right? But if you put it in the context of the show, it's actually pretty badass. And he's dealing with walking away from Batman, right? And kind of creating his own stuff. And at the end of the first season, basically they're setting him up to become Nightwing, which is also extremely badass. If you follow DC Comics at all, right? Starfire is good. Like all the characters in there are so well done. Beast Boy, and then they introduced Connor Kent. If you remember Connor Kent, right? He's the clone of Superman. That LexCorp. We don't actually see Lex Luthor, but we see Mercy in the show.
I love Mercy, dude. She's hot.
Yeah, she actually takes a big lead in it. And so I got to say, like, those. So if I have a nerd book report, a homework assignment for you two assholes, watch some Titans.
Okay, man. Okay.
You will not. Now, Doom Patrol is a little out there. It's a little wacky and weird. You probably never read the comic. I did. So I got it. And I totally enjoyed it. But I highly recommend Titans.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, Deathstroke. Who's that? Baz. Deathstroke shows up in the second season.
I love Deathstroke, man.
He's awesome in it too. It just kicks ass. So there you go.
Paul asked, has anyone read any good comics lately? Dude, I have been so disconnected from comic books for like the last 10 years. Uncle Pat, have you read any good comic books lately? I just want to touch on that comment real fast before we sign off.
I wish I could say, I'm the comic guy. I wish I could say, yeah, but the reality is I'm looking at taking probably a grand majority of my comics maybe this weekend and take them to the comic shop and see if I can get some.
Oh my God,
dude. I'm having a hard time caring about that stuff anymore.
Oh my God, it's like telling us you want to go put down your dog.
It is kind of that way. No, don't get me wrong. There's stuff I got that I'm not getting.
Perfectly healthy, but I'm just gonna go put it down.
Well, shit, Knick-Knack, your son's gonna get a big ass box of Batman comics.
Oh God, my boy loves Batman, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him, dude. You know what? Like last Christmas, now I've showed off. And we call him Bat Boy on the channel. I try not to give real names to children on the channel, just safety reasons. But we call him Bat Boy on the channel. But he's my oldest son. He's 15 now. Just to give some context, I'm really proud of him, man. So he has a girlfriend now, and they're pretty lovey-dovey. I honestly get a little worried about it. Like she was over the other day, and I rolled upstairs like unannounced, banged on the door, and walked in because I'm always worried about them doing stuff, because that's what 15-year-old little
inspection.
Yeah, that's what little dudes like to do. I mean, we have an open door policy rule in the house and all that. But he's a huge Batman fan, right? And like last Christmas, I asked him, what do you want for Christmas, buddy? And he was like, Dad, just nothing Batman. I don't want any Batman. That kind of broke my heart a little bit, but I get it. He's 15.
Sure.
But all of a sudden recently, since his girlfriend says it's okay that he has his Batman collection, like father, like son, when I met his mom and she said it was okay that I had a Star Wars collection, like father, like son, all of a sudden he's like all into buying the DC multiverse again and shit. My son, I've shown off his collection before on the Plastic Planet, and I actually got a comment from one of the biggest Batman collectors in the world commented on it. The guy that has like the Guinness Book of World Records for Batman memorabilia in his home. He's a guy in the UK. I can't remember his name. I think he's a YouTuber too, but he actually commented on my son's collection. That was really cool. But I'm glad that he's like back into it now that his girlfriend approved. It's really cool. So yeah, it's really really damn cool. Are you guys excited about what's that? What's that?
I was just thinking, was watching all the comments in there, is that maybe what I need to do is, because here's my stance with comics, right? I have a ton of comics. I read, I enjoyed, I loved, but they're just been sitting in boxes. And one of the reasons why I wanted to give your boy my Batmans is, I know he loves them, right? Somebody else gets to enjoy those stories, right? My boys have no interest, so give them to someone that digs the stuff. But it kind of got me thinking, like maybe what I ought to do is get one of the apps on my iPad and start reading comics that way. Because my big issue is I don't mind paying a little bit of money to read the stories. I love them. I love the art. But it just, like, I have these massive boxes that are filling up my closet right now, right? I don't read them anymore. So, there's the beauty of digital media, is while it's not, here's the one example, I think, where it can be a positive to have something that's not physical anymore.
Right.
If you just want to enjoy a story, just like watching a TV show, and then you let it go, perfect reason. So maybe with some of these comments, I might check out picking up some digital books just to read, and then when they're gone, they're gone. I don't care. I read the story, I've enjoyed it, and I can nerd out about it when you ask me questions here on the Plastic Planet.
Comixology. Uncle Pat, do you have something on Comixology right now?
I actually have is the outdoors. I think the Outdoorsman's on Comixology.
Dude, why don't you just for a second, dude? I'm tanked and we're late, but we're gonna wrap this up soon. But brother, you're a comic book artist and you created your own comic book universe.
I did.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure, why not?
Do you have any examples? Dude, you actually have books on Comixology right now, and I'd love to steer people towards it.
Yeah, the series is called The Outdoorsman. And it's basically a sort of dark humor comic on he's a monster hunter, but he looks and acts like the hunter. He's basically based after my dad, who is an outdoorsman. He loves to fish and loves to hunt, and so the character is based on that. But he hunts monsters instead of deer or antelope or fishing.
Right.
And so I want to say there's 4, if not 5. I mean, there might be 5 issues now. I did a 5th issue story that I can't remember off the top of my head if I put it out there. Obviously, nobody freaking read it, but I had some interest. You
had a fan base. You had a fan base for this. You did.
A small fan base. I did.
So you're on Comixology, right? Your books are on Comixology, right?
I want to say I'm on Comixology, yes, because I mean that's owned by Amazon now. So yes, you can find my books on.
So guys, if you're a fan of like Monster Hunters and like supernatural but actually cooler, check out The Outdoorsman. It's a really good anthology series about, like Uncle Pat said, about a middle-aged monster hunter who like kills monsters. Like he kills vampires and werewolves and the Loch Ness monster at some point.
Yeah. And they're super cheap. They're like $1 or $2 on Comixology.
Yeah, they're on Comixology.
And I won't see a dime. So by all means, go out and read The Outdoorsman.
Yeah, you need to do that, brother. You need to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Well, anyway, all right, Waze. Well, let's wrap things up here, guys. This has been going on for almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. We guys really appreciate you guys in the chats, and I thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I'd go back and like give some shout outs, but guys, I'm really drunk.
Love it. The Plastered Planet is back in effect.
It's the Plastered Planet tonight. It's good. It's a good time though. But anyway, this video will live up on the Plastic Planet webpage for about 48 hours. Then we'll knock it over to Knick-Knack Live so you can see it in its entirety over there, archived in a few days. But it'll live on the Plastic Planet for a few days. Any final thoughts there, AV Club?
I'm going to pass to Pat right now. Okay.
Ed5 is asking, Dana, what's it called, Uncle Pat? Where can I find it? Talking about your comic book?
Right. I just typed it in the chat. It's The Outdoorsman by me on Comixology from Blaze Orange Studios.
Yeah, so check it out, dude. Check it out. Check out Uncle Pat's comic, guys. It is good. I've seen it, and I've given input on it. This has been a passion project, Uncle Pat, going back decades. So just check it out, man. It's really good stuff. And like I bought some of the stuff. Like it's like $1 or $2, and Uncle Pat will see like 30 cents from it, just like my novel.
I have to literally how it works is you have to make over a certain amount of money in order to see a percentage. So over the years, I think it's been on there now, maybe like 5 years. I've seen nada.
Really?
So, dude, it's such. I'm actually going to take it. If you want to read it, now's a good time because soon I'm going to take it down. Because it's kind of a ripoff on creators. It's like,
well,
come read because they get such a huge chunk of what you for having you on their thing. It's such a huge piece that you have to sell so much even to see a little inkling that it just doesn't make sense from a creator perspective to do it.
I made this is my book, American Legend: Journeys of the Valiant Virginian. I made 33 cents last night, guys, or last month. Last month, 33 cents. This is on Amazon Prime. Down under Danny's bought a hardcover of my book, but it's available for Amazon Prime as well. Now that we've like totally gone into like shameless self-promotion here.
Love it.
Yeah, this is my book. So that's on Amazon Prime, American Legend by Ryan Davidson Hatch. Now you know who I am. Totally outed myself, but yeah. Uncle Pat's done some cool shit. He says, Bass says, do the Indigo. Did you ever do the Indigo?
The what?
The Indigo?
Oh, Indiegogo. No,
yeah.
I did not do Indiegogo.
But
that's kind of like
you did Krampus, the Santa Krampus guy, right?
No, I don't know what you're thinking of, dude. But Indiegogo is it's like a crowdfunding site.
Oh, I thought it was a monster.
I'm thinking of a Wendigo. And
I thought it was a monster, dude. I thought it was a monster.
Wendigo.
I thought it was a monster.
Sure. I'll show you. Look, here's.
All right, dude. Pull up the Outdoorsman, dude. Show the people the Outdoorsman.
Let's see if I can get it in a nice frame shot here for you.
Yeah.
So there's the Outdoorsman. That's the issue number 1.
Oh, that's cool.
Called Bon Appetit, or How to Kill a Chubby Vampire.
And it's sort of like a New Orleans theme to it, right?
Yes, the Bon Appetit is a vampire that the Outdoorsmen have to kill. Here's another issue, which was the second story. This one's called Boxing Wolves, or Revenge is a dish best served furry.
I love the multiple titles.
And then one of my favorites, without too much shameless promotion here.
Dude, shameless promotion away, dude. It's late at night.
Dude, nobody's ever I think I could count on one hand how many people have read these. This one is called Tacos al Carbone.
Oh, I love this one. This one has the Danny Trejo.
His name is Nacho.
Yeah, he's Danny Trejo, though.
It's Danny Trejo, yes. It's called Tacos al Carbone, or The Secret Ingredient.
So your dad teams up with Danny Trejo?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Why not?
Epic,
Right?
dude, it's epic.
And then, of course, we've got the Outdoorsman Holiday Special, and this is where he kills Krampus, and there's a little Thanksgiving thing, and then there's one of my favorite stories that I ever did, which was the story of Stingy Jack, which is the origin of the jack-o'-lantern. I did a whole thing with that. So I had a lot of fun telling stories with this character. And I did another story where he does go after the Loch Ness Monster, which I really am proud of that story. It's grandpa telling a story to his grandson. But I never had it print published. It's only digital, but it is on Comixology. So
Danny Lee likes it, dude. Now, you know a man that climbs the walls at Cafe Rainforest. If he likes your comic, it's good. Right? I love Danny Lee. I love Danny Lee so much, dude.
I'm expecting the next photo of Danny Lee to be like wrestling a bear or something.
Totally. I love Danny Lee so much. He's the best. All my subscribers are the best. I love you guys so much. We'll wrap this up here, guys. Thank you guys so much. I don't have any final. Oh, wait.
I have one more. I got to show you guys this one.
Please show. We're in show and tell mode.
This is not the Outdoorsman, but it's a story. It's a book I did with one of my buddies, Kevin Gentlecore. We both did a story. We're both big heavy metal guys, if you didn't know from all the T-shirts I wear. So we did these stories that are sort of based on metal, on heavy metal music. And
this is good. This is good stuff.
And there's a comic artist that's actually recently working on Hellboy, and he's also a huge metalhead. His name's Matt Smith, and he did the cover for us for this book.
Not
we were
Dr.
telling him
Who Matt Smith, though, right?
Not Doctor Who Matt Smith. This is an artist Matt Smith, who's in New England. So, but it's called Saga of Metal, and this cover is not by me. This is by Matt Smith. But if you can just get a look at that.
Is that on Comixology too?
I believe it is. It's under Creep House Comics, though. If you look up Creep House Comics, there you go.
Are physical copies still available, Uncle Pat? Danny wants to know.
I mean, obviously I've got a couple left, but there's not many. The majority of this are from Kevin. Well, again, if you look up Creep House Comics on the interweb, Kevin Gentlecore, he has some, I believe, and they still have a store where they sell these.
It's called Creep House Comics.
Creep House, all one word, Creep House. CREEPHOUSE. Well, you get an idea, right? There's some of my work there. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it was really fun, especially teaming up with Matt Smith to do that. It was and we paid him for his work, right? Because he's a paid professional illustrator. But he was just excited it was just a love of metal is all that book is, and it's awesome to have. So that's just a personal, I love that project. That was a lot of fun to do.
That's awesome. So AV Club, where's your book, man?
Pass.
I'll tell you what. AV Club could kick both our asses, though. So we'll give him that. Like if we were at Showbiz Pizza Place and we both had our quarter up on the freaking whatever's the biggest game, Bad Dudes, AV Club would kick both our asses. Uncle Pat and I wouldn't be playing Bad Dudes that night, I'll tell you that, because AV Club would be.
That's right.
Oh man, that's too much, guys. That's too much. Bass says one more thing before we go. Bass says, you ever read Scott Ian's Lobo? Uncle Pat, you know?
Wait, what? Where? Scott Ian's
Bass
Lobo?
says Scott Ian's Lobo.
I have not read that. No.
Okay, I don't know either. I'm not a big comic book guy. Again, I kind of got out of them. I was a really big Dark Horse comic books, Star Wars and Conan fan back in the mid 2000s, but I haven't been reading a lot of comics since myself.
No. The only Lobo stuff I read were the original Lobo's back. Was it his name was Keith Griffin, I think was the guy's name that created him. So that's the only stuff I've read. It was Scott Ian of Anthrax. Okay.
I remember
Scott Ian of Anthrax.
Knick-Knack. I remember the Navy, and there was a crossover between I walked in, and these two sailors were having a debate, about Wolverine versus Lobo. And there was a crossover issue between, I think it was kind of like a superhero square off, and it was I think Wolverine did fight Lobo, and Wolverine was the victor. And this one Navy guy was just totally beside himself. He's like, there's no way Lobo would ever lose to Wolverine. The guy flies around in space on a motorbike. He's got, he's invincible. Wolverine would be toast. And it was just, I don't know. It was very enjoyable to watch these guys.
Lobo came back from the dead and killed every angel in heaven to do it. You know what? Sorry, Wolverine, you're out of your league, buddy.
Yeah, that was basically the tone of the
I love Wolvie, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Pat or AV Club, have you guys ever seen Wolf Creek? I haven't. I know it's a scary ass horror movie.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, Down Under Danny wants to know: is that Australian?
Yeah,
it takes place in Australia.
It's fucked up. Huh? So I sent the AV Club and our good brother Ginty. I don't think Ginty's on still. Because talking about Down Under Danny a little bit. I sent him this video of a kangaroo getting hit by a train this week. And they made me feel like an asshole because I sent this video. But it's like totally like it's not that I'll like rejoice in the fact that this kangaroo got hit by a train. I'm just enjoying the fact that this train is so powerful that it hits a kangaroo and it just sounds like a tin can bouncing off of it.
Yeah.
You know, if that kangaroo hit a car, it would total the car.
Yeah, I think it's just because like we don't see kangaroos. I mean, it's like probably the equivalent of like hitting a deer out here. But if you see like but we never see kangaroos, and it's just like, oh.
Down Under Danny, real fast. Are kangaroos like a pest in Australia? Are they like a pest animal? Because it was actually a YouTube channel that was like I wish I could pull it up. I should pull it up, but I don't know if I should show a kangaroo getting hit by a train.
Yeah, we're a little off track.
But are kangaroos like so common down there that they're like a pest? Real fast, Down Under Danny. Hope you're here. Down Under Danny deliver. He works for like a DoorDash in Australia, and so he would he's kind of busy in and out, but he's been active in the chat. So real fast, Down Under Danny, are kangaroos like a pest down in Australia that have like kind of like how we see like prairie dogs here in the United States? Real fast. Hope he comments. But like Toy Mafia's in the house. He gives us like a weird face. I love Toy Mafia. He's so cool. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully Down Under Danny gets that, and he can tell us whether kangaroos are like a pest animal down there. Because not that I want to degrade kangaroos, but I just thought it was so cool to see like the front of the train. Like my biggest thing in life is like if I wasn't doing what I was doing, I'd love to drive a train for a living. You imagine how cool driving a train for a living would be? Do you think that'd be cool, Uncle Pat? Come on, drive a train for a living would be cool or not? Uncle Pat, and then we'll go to the AV Club.
All right. Yes, it would be cool for a living.
Yes, I'd love to drive a train.
Yes.
AV Club, would you love to drive a train for a living?
On the condition that I would take a different route every time, as long as it didn't get super repetitive as far as the scenery. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, dude, I watch YouTube all the time. Like, I don't even watch network television anymore or any television. I just watch YouTube, and I love watching train videos. And that's how I got this, like, kangaroo get hit by a train. But I love train videos, and I love, like, the point of view of the conductor driving the train. And it's just so cool. Like, you just see the tracks rolling under, and they're just driving. They're driving a big freight train of like soybeans out to the west coast of the United States to get on a shipping boat to the east, to the far east, because soybeans are a huge export here in the United States. And I just thought it was damn cool. Like, I just would love to drive a train. When I was a kid, we had a train that would roll by at night in Montana. And I would hear the train horn, and I'd get up probably like 3 a.m. and watch the whole train go by outside my window. I love trains. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, Uncle Pat's been pimping his wares, and I think we'll call it a night here, guys. But we still have 10 minutes. What's that?
This is great.
Yeah. So, Uncle, AV Club, what did you want to be when you grew up when you were a kid? Because I wanted to be I didn't want to be a train engineer. I wanted to be a train. Like a train. Like I wore a bucket on my head and ran around the house pretending that was the smokestack. I wanted to be a train. What did you want to be when you grew up, AV Club?
Well, this sounds incredibly boring to what you wanted to be, but I mean, I would say I was really interested in, I don't know. I really love sports, and I really loved the Sports Center. So I was interested in becoming a sports broadcaster at an early age, But
you want to be a sports broadcaster. You want to be on like ESPN.
Yeah. That's exactly right. That's what I was initially interested in, probably like when I was age 13 or 14, and I was thinking about, stuff to do. That's it. That was pretty much it. And I was interested in doing that. And then I went to the Navy and after a year of college. And
then you learned how to kill a man with your bare hands.
That's right. you know, I got out of the Navy and I got a degree in film, you know, and so, you know, I'm using that degree, and you know, but yeah, that initially at 13 or 14 years old, I thought being on SportsCenter would be pretty fucking cool.
That is awesome. How about you, Uncle Pat? What did you want to be when you were 8 years old?
I wanted to be an artist. I didn't have a particular kind of artist, but I wanted to be an artist. So, and you know that.
Oh, I wanted to be Gordon from Sesame
Street. You're looking like him, buddy. So,
my answer sucks with you guys.
I want to be retired too.
Yeah, Paul McGrath says I want to be retired.
I want to be retired right now, dude. You have no idea.
Because I didn't mean to cut you off. You want to be an artist.
I wanted to be an artist, but then, you know, I got old enough, and my dad's like, after I got out of college, you know, my art degree, my dad's like, you need to get a job. And I know this place is hiring. And 22 years later, I'm still at the same freaking company. So, there you go, dude. And once you get that first taste of cash when you're a young buck, a lot of times dreams go out the windows, you know, and you're not like, I'm like, well, I can make all this money, and what would I be an artist for? Well, looking back at that, I'd go back and punch that kid in the jeans, because he has no idea that here I sit today, I'm tied to that job in this particular until I can figure out a way to get out from under it. So
true story.
Harder now.
True story. 15, 20 years ago, Uncle Pat and I were rolling through King Soopers, which is a grocery store here in Denver. We were rolling through King Soopers in the cereal aisle, and we heard this guy on his little cell phone. That was back when phones were like little tiny. And he was talking to somebody, we don't know who. And all we heard was he was like, yeah, God damn it. Dreams don't pay the bills.
Motherfucker.
It's like the story of our lives. Dreams don't pay the bills. Because when I was in college, I wanted to be a disc jockey. And I was in college and I worked in radio. I worked at my small radio station in college. And I told my fraternity, I was in fraternity in college. I told everyone, guys, in 10 years, if I'm not bigger than Howard Stern, come kick my ass. I got a lot of ass kickings coming to me, guys.
I mean, Howard Stern still is the king, man. You know?
He is the king, dude. I love Howard Stern. Ed 5, we were talking about kangaroos. He chimed in. He says we eat them as well. So there you go.
Just like air.
Yeah. The ruse, that is. And he says they can be really aggressive as well. And now every kid in the United States grew up watching kangaroos beat the shit out of people with boxing gloves. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, this is too much. I'm having a great time tonight, guys. I hope you guys are too. This is a good time. This is like one of the best live streams we've ever had. Just like I mean, it's just like we're just letting it go tonight, man. We're just letting it go. We should wrap it up, though. We should wrap it up totally.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I just want to thank everyone for joining us tonight in the chat. This is really fun, and we really went off the rails here. Yeah. Paul McGrath wanted to be a ventriloquist. Really?
No, he didn't. He's just yanking our chain.
He's fucking with us.
That's what he does.
Yeah, I wanted to be either like a disc jockey, a zoologist, a paleontologist, the president of the United States, or a disc jockey. And I ended up being none of them, but I'm on YouTube, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight on my YouTube channel. And please do consider subscribing to the Plastic Planet, because we really do have a good time here every night right here. And I want to thank everyone for joining us in the chat. You guys make the show as always. Thank you guys so much. I want to thank my panel. Where was Trav tonight, guys? Where was Trav?
He was being a dad.
I thought he'd join us, man. He just had to like pick up his daughter at dance. That's all. I thought he'd join us. I love you, Trav.
Hey, listen, I took my son to basketball practice half hour away, got my ass back here, got my wreak havoc in, you know, I mean, bring it next time, Trav.
Yeah, where is Trav, man? We're going to have to give him some massive shit next time. Toy Mafia, you're the best, dude. Toy Mafia only talks in emojis. And he's like got a weird face and a punching glove and a dead kangaroo. I love Toy Mafia so much. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Plastic Planet. Please do subscribe. I wouldn't say share this video because let's face it, it's a little dumb.
On the DL, let's just not tell anybody.
Yeah, this will be on the again, guys. This will be on the Plastic Planet for 48 hours. Then it's going over to Knick-Knack Live, and you guys can watch it in its entirety over there if you guys want to go back and revisit all the awesome memories we had tonight. But you guys are the best. My subscribers are the best. I don't have a lot of subscribers on YouTube, but I got the best subscribers on YouTube. Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet, and I'm not just saying this because I'm drunk. I really do feel this way. I have the best community on action figure community on Facebook. I don't care. Other channels have 3, 4, 5, 10 times, 20 times more subscribers than I do, but I got the best because you guys are the best. You guys make this show. You guys make this channel. You guys are what drives me to make these dumb videos every week. I love you guys so much, and that is from the bottom of my heart. And I love my panel tonight, Uncle Pat, AV Club, like my awesome two, like my awesome two bros from different times in my life combined together to join in Voltron of awesomeness. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Feet and legs.
Yeah. Paul McGrath, thank you for joining us tonight. I love you, bro. I really do. Paul McGrath and I had a little conversation on YouTube, on Facebook this week. I love Paul McGrath so much. He's a great guy. I really do love Paul. And Down Under Danny, I love you. And I love Brewer Packer Paul. And I love all my subscribers. Danny Lee, I love you, bro. He says, thanks for another. I'll just put it up here. He says, thanks for another entertaining stream, gentlemen. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Danny Lee. And dude, eat some Twinkies, man. You're making me feel bad.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck in your next UFC fight.
Look at that badass, dude. He looks like he's like ready to try out for like what's that ninja show on NBC?
It's American Ninja.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to try out for American Ninja. You're making me feel fat here, man. You're making me feel fat. No, I love Danny Lee. He's awesome. And shit, I can't bring this down. Anyway, guys, let's just Down Under Danny gets the final word tonight. LOL toy. I don't know. Anyway, love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And please do subscribe to the Plastic Planet if you're not a subscriber. And we will see you guys next time. We're almost at the 3-hour mark. Holy shit. Yeah. Let's sign off. Good night, everyone. Love ya. And take care. All right, guys. Later. Love ya. Bye.